La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento di pensier di pensier.
And we are live. Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast. We're coming to you live from Isla Vista, Santa Barbara County, California, every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's a bit shy. A few quick announcements before the show begins. This channel is viewer supported.
Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
So please consider sending a super chat throughout the show. I will read answer super chats $10 and up. All super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. We've got channel memberships, Patreon merch, all links in the description. Eric, if you go ahead and hit that join button. Yeah, so we've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. And at tier 2, if you scroll back up, Eric, tier 2, go ahead and click on tier 2. Oh, you're already on it. My bad. Yeah, we get like 150 plus exclusive members only videos. Right now, YouTube's doing a promo. Normally it's $10. It's $5 at the moment. We are also streaming to Twitch right now, twitch.tv. Oh, wait. I think we lost the Twitch tab. Okay, well, we have Twitch, twitch.tv. We're doing it live, folks. Twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow /prime sub. Head on over to the other tab, Eric. That's why. Head on over to the other tab, Eric. Wait, mute that. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's already live. So we are live on Twitch, guys. I was not anticipating that. That's our Twitch, twitch.tv/whatever. And now we are in an endless, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Inception. Yeah, we're now in an Inception loop. Okay. And then the next, sorry guys, I totally scuffed that up. Also, please support my nonprofit, the American Network Against Labiaplasty, or ANAL for short. We empower women who may feel self-conscious or insecure about their labia. Can we get some hashtag all labia matter in the chat? Okay. Head on over to the next one, Eric. It's UCSB move-in weekend here, and apparently UCSB was ranked the #1 top party school in America by niche.com. I don't know if that's true. That might be cap. But anyways, we might talk a bit about some party-related stuff. So, and we got the tabs here out of order, but if you want to be on the show or help with the show, DM @whatever on Instagram. And if you want to fit, actually, Eric, if you can, sorry, I'll bring it back. If you want a fit check from the panel, $69 super chat. Okay, we're gonna have the guests introduce themselves, so please tell us your name, age, occupation, and/or school major.
I'm Hensley. I'm 22. I'm a stripper, and I'm studying psychology with a minor in philosophy and drug and alcohol counseling.
Hi, I'm Natasha. I'm 19, and I work at Starbucks, and I'm not in college right now.
Hi, I'm Precious, and I am working online for an extracurricular institution, and I am also a student in UCSB majoring in communications.
I'm Angelina. I'm 18. I currently work at a gym. Was that it? Oh, my major? Nursing.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm in my 20s, and I'm working on becoming a model.
I'm Laurie. I'm a student in UCSB majoring in communication as well.
Wait, Shania, you said you're in your 20s.
Yes, sir.
So are you 21 or 29?
I'm in my 20s. My mama told me never to admit your real age, so 25.
Wait, is your real age 25?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay. So all the girls' Instagrams are in the description. Show them some love, guys. Give them a follow. We're going to go around the table once more. Relationship status, longest relationship, and are you on a dating app?
I'm single. My longest relationship was 10 months at 16, and I'm on Hinge.
What was the first question?
Current relationship status, longest
I'm
relationship.
Single. Yes, I'm single, and my longest relationship was 1.5 years, and I am on Hinge.
I'm currently single, and I have never been in a relationship. And
Never?
oh yeah, but I'm on Tinder and Bumble. Yeah.
Any other dating apps?
No, Tinder and Bumble.
So you've never had a relationship. What is the longest period of time you've been seeing somebody?
Like seeing, like a few days.
A few days. Okay. Wait. So, I assume you've hooked up with someone before?
No.
Never.
Yeah, never.
Okay. So are you a virgin then?
Yes.
No shame.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Rare in today's day and age. Okay. That's cool. Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats. But you have dated though.
Yeah.
You haven't had a boyfriend. Okay. Angelina?
I'm single right now. My longest was like 1 year and like 2 months. And then I'm on Hinge, but I don't really use it. Like I go on it maybe like once a month to see my options. That's it.
Have you ever met up with someone from Hinge?
Never.
Never?
No.
Okay.
I am in a relationship, and this is my first relationship. So this is thank you. So this is the longest one. So no dating apps for me, but I did used to do Bumble, Hinge, and Raya.
What's that one?
That's like the celebrity one.
How did you get on that one?
I have good friends.
Good friends, okay. So you don't have to be a celebrity to be on it?
Nope, definitely not.
But it's the celebrity.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with it.
It's pretty private. So they do like a whole background check on you. So they check they go through your contacts, they do your Instagram. I don't know if I'm even saying too much right now, but so they do a whole background check. And it's really private. Like you're not allowed to say who you've seen on there, who you've dated, all that fun stuff.
Wait, and how long has you been dating your current boyfriend?
I was in the friend zone for a while, so officially it's been like a month.
And this is your first ever relationship?
First ever relationship.
And you're 25?
I am.
So what have you been doing the past?
Dating around. It just has never got to the relationship point. So.
Okay.
All right, it's my turn. I am single right now. My longest relationship is 8 months, but that was in middle school. And I'm currently on Tinder, and I used the Hinge for a while, but that's just not for me. Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hensley, so the last time you were on, you were seeing kind of seeing a guy. Are you still seeing him?
No.
Why did he dump you?
No, that's not how that works.
Oh, whoops. Okay, what happened?
I mean, the whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart.
Yikes.
And it was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit.
By the way, Hensley, did you fully disclose did you say you were a dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did he meet you at the club? At the dance club?
No, he was actually a go-go dancer.
Oh, right.
At a club.
And you met him at the Shitty Kitty, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you thoroughly destroyed him. You've ruined him for other women, is what you're saying.
No, I mean, I think he was like kind of a diagnosable narcissist, so it was more of just like a head game. I think he's much too conceited to be in full heartbreak, but I hope I did a little damage.
Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
Just, I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah. It's like my pastime.
Your pastime is humbling men.
Mm-hmm.
You do work at the Spearmint Rhino, so.
Yeah.
I mean, at a strip club, so.
Yeah, no.
Do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
That's kind of humbling them in a way.
No, I wouldn't say so. Or at least it's a different way of humbling. I don't know.
Okay, got it. Anyways, so Natasha, you were on last show. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, of
I think you were a fan favorite, so there's a lot of demand.
Yeah.
Did you get any, any guys that were sliding into your DMs?
I got a couple. I had a few of you in there, not too many.
Okay.
Not too many. So.
Any marriage proposals or?
No, and I'm actually disappointed.
She's upset, guys.
I am upset.
Chat, you're fucking
Do
up.
better.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I want. Oh, on this topic. On the topic of dating apps. So, are any of you on seeking arrangements? Hensley?
No.
No, I'm not.
No.
Have you ever been on it?
Oh, no.
Okay. Shania?
No.
Ever been on seeking arrangements?
Nope.
Okay.
No, actually, I have to Google what seeking arrangement is when we were watching the last episode.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
so you know.
I know now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have any of you ever had a sugar daddy?
No. It sounds great, though.
I'm not.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
I'm a bit surprised that Hensley, you haven't had a sugar daddy.
I mean, I've always been open to the opportunity if I didn't require, like, actually having to do sex, but finding an arrangement like that is actually pretty hard because, of course, they're going to have certain requirements, and they're older guys, and so I think, like, for me, I'm like, I want a situation where it's, like, fun and platonic, and I just, like, have to talk to them, and then they give me money, but at the same time, I think when those arrangements have been present, I'm also like, oh, I also don't really want to talk to you either. Just give me money.
Because I would imagine that you might run into those types of guys at the club.
I've ran into a couple. It's just never been like a big interest of mine. I'm kind of financially okay, so for me it just, I don't know, I like to choose where I put my energy, and I've just never found a situation where I'm like, yeah, this would be a fun situation that could be beneficial to me where I can make money and it would be all right. But yeah, it's just never been the right time or something I've been really interested in it.
We had a girl on, I think a week ago, and she had a date with a guy and just met him for Starbucks, and she got paid $1,000.
That sounds wonderful.
So it does seem that some of these arrangements don't involve like any sort of sex. That's probably what's expected at some point, but
It's also just finding those. I mean, there are like dating apps that you can be on, I guess, for him, but I thought Seeking Arrangements got shut down.
did it? Chat, is Seeking Arrangements, did it get shut down? I didn't hear about that. Anyways, I want to go around the panel with one last thing. So, introductory thing anyways. So, do you identify as a feminist and your political orientation? Hensley?
No, and I think I'm close to like Green Party.
So you don't identify as a feminist?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a feminist, but and also
You would or wouldn't?
I guess wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think feminism, I don't know, there's like a strong definition for it that I don't really know what exactly it is, but political orientation, I don't know. I guess more in the middle. I'd say in the middle.
Yeah. I am a little feminist, probably.
Into the microphone.
Oh, okay. And my political orientation is, same middle.
In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And you're from China, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, China.
Got it. Are there different political parties in China?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Are you a member of?
No.
Okay,
No.
got it. Okay. Angelina?
I think that the internet puts a different kind of like connotation on the word feminist. So I would say that I'm a feminist, but like not in the way that most people would like describe one. And I would say I'm like moderate, more, maybe a little more left leaning.
Sure.
Just depends.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say I'm a feminist either. I just believe in being a good person. So if, you know, you do have to kind of step into that feminist role to be a good person, then sure. But as for, you know, I can open my own car door sort of feminist, I'm definitely not. And I'm definitely in the middle for politics.
Okay.
All right, I'm not in any of the parties, but I would love to be a good feminist, but the class is just so hard to get into. I do not have enough definition for feminism.
Wait, the class is hard to get into?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about UCSB?
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Okay. That's interesting. So for our first question for today, we got a light one. Oh shit. We got Glebus in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, man. So we'll get to your super chat. Sorry, in a sec, Glebus. Or maybe I should do a thing. Glebus did actually make this recommendation that maybe for higher levels of super chats, we address it right away. But I'll just do it now. Is it showing up yet in StreamYard? Yeah. Can you pull it up? Glebus LA with a big $100 donation. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Tasha, it's Brian playing strict dad, keeping me away from you. I didn't back out. You should know. Fit check for boys in chat, please. I suppose, what did I say with the fit check though? It had to be $69 exactly? Right? But this is over 69 and he is asking for a fit check.
He just wants to cuddle.
Do we do the fit check? You know what? We might do a fit check in a little bit. I'll get my first question and we'll check back in on the fit check. But Glebus LA, thank you for the big $100 donation, man. Much appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Mike Davis is being put to wait. Andre Wendell, what? Pull that one back up. Oh, that's a cool thumbnail. Okay. So hold on, guys. I'm just pulling this back up. So hypothetical scenario. I'm going to paint a picture for y'all. You're on a second or third date with a guy. You like him. You go back to his place. First time walking into this guy's room. Eric, can you go ahead and pull up the photo in window tab? And you see this painting hanging from his wall. Thoughts? Is it a wrap? Like it's a painting in his room.
It's like a opinion. It's like a choice, you know. Some people might really like that.
Hensley, thoughts on
I'm a big fan of dark art. It wouldn't scare me off.
It could be a red flag. I'm not sure.
Could be a red flag, okay.
Could be.
Yeah, it's just personal, I guess.
So if you saw that going into a guy's house,
I don't mind.
You wouldn't mind? Angelina?
I think it's more important on like the guy themselves, right?
Sure. Okay.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, me too. I have lots of weird ass painting on my wall.
Okay. Well, it just so happens to be the case that
Oh my god.
Oh god.
hold on. I got the photo here of the painting here. Hensley, could you lift that up?
There's no way.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Was this you, Brian?
yeah, I actually,
No way.
I actually have that in my hanging in my room.
Wow.
So, all right.
Just checking. It's a
should
medieval clown,
elaborate
though.
on
I
why
think
you
it would
have
be
that.
scarier if it was like just a regular clown. You know what I mean? Like white face with
It's
like.
clown.
It's not a clown, so it's a jester. It's a famous Polish painting by this painter called Jan Matejko, painted in the 1800s. And it depicts a court jester, a real living court jester, I think between the years of the 1400s, 1500s. He was a court jester in Poland, and it depicts him being, he's at a royal ball, and he's disturbed by the news that the, what's it called? The Duchy of Moscow? I can't remember where. Basically, Russia invaded Poland. There's a letter. He's upset about it. And he's the only one at a royal ball that is upset. Okay. So red flag, Natasha.
Yeah, I mean, some guys have weird things in their rooms, and you just got to pay attention to the signs, you know? I don't know. It just seemed like a darker painting than that, but that's a really interesting backstory. So.
Okay. Got it. So I've had a few girls make comments about the painting.
What did they say?
Wait, like it was in your bedroom?
In my bedroom,
Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're just curious about it.
Oh. I mean, as long as you have the backstory to it, you're chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think only one girl was like, it's kind of weird. And then the rest were like, oh, that's cool.
What does it mean to you? Like, why did you put it up?
Well, if I'll just pull it back up one more time. So I'm trying to remember. It's the basically, this is the story of my life, but that's for another day. So emo Brian. So anyways, we're gonna move on. What is the number one thing that annoys you or pisses you off about dating? And if you want to list more than one, you're free to. Hensley.
Ooh, can we go around the other direction?
Yeah, we'll start here.
All right. I would say talk about my country instead of myself, because I'm not from here. I'm from China too. And they would rather talk about politics in China than like me personally. That's a huge turnoff.
Wait, so it's a huge turnoff if they talk about the politics in China?
I mean, if they keep asking about it, but I don't actually know much about it.
So, and are you talking about guys that you're dating here in the U.S.?
Yeah,
How long have you been in the U.S.?
a year.
A year. And so of the Americans that you're dating, they're just very interested in the political happenings of China?
No, let's be honest here. I only dated 2 guys, and one of the guys have the longest conversation about Chinese politics in my whole life, and it's like an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
That's too long for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
We're talking about our biggest turnoffs.
Like just something, number one thing that annoys you or bothers you, pisses you off about dating, and you can list more than one.
A big thing for me is if my date is rude to the wait staff. So if we're out to dinner and they don't say please, thank you, and they are just a rude person, that's, you're not getting a second date.
I would say like the repetitiveness of it, I guess. I mean, you can kind of like see on Hinge, like let's say you go on Hinge, you're swiping left, right, you like people respond with like, hey, or what's up, and then the dates. I think it's just so repetitive. Like if I like am gonna meet someone, I'd rather meet them in like a spontaneous way rather than like do the repetitive dates and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, for me, it's definitely not respecting me for my choice. Like there's a
little closer into the microphone.
Okay.
If you need, just you might be scooted back too far. If you want to scoot in a little bit.
Okay. So there's after I said, like a little bit exaggerating, but I said I'm rebellious and stuff, and the guy.
You're rebellious?
Yeah.
How are you rebellious?
No, I was like a little bit joking at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean I am rebellious to my parents a little bit. And he took me to a store and he put 2 bars of chocolate in my pocket and tell me that I'll help you steal them. That's the way he defines rebellious, and he trying to prove me that he can be rebellious. And I said no, and he insisting and saying that, no, do it, it's not a big deal. And I was like, No, and he looked in my eyes and said, "You're a little pussy." Okay.
What?
Yeah. And yeah.
Because you didn't steal?
Yeah.
And this was in the U.S., yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't end up stealing, though?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't ruin my reputation for those 2 bars of chocolate. Milka.
Your reputation would have been ruined?
By
Yes.
stealing?
I don't know if it would
I don't know,
widely
here,
ruined.
I don't think
but,
stealing would ruin your
but,
reputation.
I just don't wanna.
yeah, that's kind
That's
of...
another way of rebellious. Right?
Was it at all exciting to you, though, that he was like, you're on a date, let's steal this, let's
Yes.
shoplift?
Yes.
Okay, so were you more attracted to him or less attracted to him after that?
After that, I guess less.
Okay, less attracted, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the most annoying thing about dating is indecisiveness. I think a lot of people don't know what they want nowadays, and they don't know what they want with the relationship. They don't know what they want to have happen. So I think that's pretty annoying.
I'd probably go with small talk. I really can't stand small talk, but I feel like when you're first dating, everyone's so worried about having disagreements or different viewpoints that they're like really shallow with their conversation. I'm like, we don't have to agree on everything. Like, we can have totally different philosophies about life, but like, let's talk about that. I don't really care about the weather.
Okay. I'm curious about the whole stealing thing. So did you ever see him again, or was that, after that, it was done?
Yeah, there was that.
Was it like a Hershey bar, or was it like a proper Swiss chocolate bar?
What?
Like, was it good chocolate?
Oh, no, it's just
Like a
regular.
Hershey bar, a Twix, Snickers?
No, Milka.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No.
The purple one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yes.
about.
Those
They're
are...
pretty good. I would say they're good.
Yeah, they're good, though.
Okay. That's kind of unique, right? Guys, just jump back like that. That's rude. Jump back. What? Okay, whatever. So do you guys think that a relationship should be an equal partnership? Hensley, we'll start with you.
I mean, yes, in different ways, I guess, but I also like, I don't know, there's always that cliche of like, you know, it's 50-50 in a relationship, and I'm like, well, I'm not really 50% of a person, I'm 100% of a person, so I'd rather have a person who's also 100% of a person who just, I don't know, I'm not big on reliance in relationships, and I feel like that's where a lot of those dividing numbers and who's doing what comes into play.
I don't think there can be a 50-50 relationship. I think men and women are both different, and there's different expectations and responsibilities and things you do in a relationship in a heterosexual monogamous relationship.
Yeah, I don't think that's 50-50, and it can be like day to day, and maybe today I'll do like 80, and tomorrow you will do like a majority of the work or something. Yeah.
I think that you could do 50-50. I think that when you talk about like 50-50, you can, like, one person could be more loving, but the other could show their acts of love through like service or something like that. So I think it's more just about like making sure you're giving, like, I feel like it's more just making sure you're giving like how you know how to love, more than like, oh, if you do this, I'll do that. Like, I think like a relationship where it's like it would work is one where you don't have to feel like it's 50-50, one where you feel like you can just put like you as a person in it, and it's good enough, you know.
Sure.
I'm totally agreeing with that. Like, it shouldn't be a thing to be like, oh, did I do my 50% of work today, you know? Like, did I do my equal amount? Like, if you like that person, you like that person. Like, just be sweet to each other. And I heard someone say once that it should be 60-40 from both ends. So everyone's constantly doing more than their 50%. But once again, you know, it shouldn't matter. You should just go into it with a big old heart.
Mm-hmm. I think a healthy relationship should be in like 50-50 to me. 'Cause maybe it's not like the emotional value and like your wealth like is different counted, but you're not counting everything, but it's like you feel like it's 50-50. Yeah.
Okay, so my question then is, by the way, are you the only one that said you believe in 50-50 relationships?
Seems like it.
Everyone
No,
else
I
was
believe
like,
in them, but I think that when it comes to a healthy relationship, it's just more naturally. It comes naturally, you know. The 50-50 is like the emotional, the physical. It's more of a natural like occurrence.
okay. So I have a question for you. So you believe in 50-50 relationships. Who would you say puts in more effort when it comes to the initial phases of dating? Oh, nice voice crack there. When it comes to the initial phases of dating, men or women?
It depends on the personalities. It doesn't depend on sexualities.
Generally speaking, though, who would you say puts in more effort?
Personally, me, I do not hit people up first. So
You don't hit people up first?
Yeah, it will be the man.
But so how do you reconcile that with you saying that relationships should be 50-50?
Because hit somebody up or ask for like a first or second date is not an actual relationship.
But that's the initial, I mean, it has to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I thought when you say relationship, that means you guys are like exclusive dating, like that you're committed to somebody. But in the early dating phase, that's not what happened, right?
Well, I guess let me ask you a question. If you've been dating someone for a year, do you consider that initial, like, let's say the first date you met them? I mean, would you consider that the start of the relationship?
Sorry, could you say
So
that?
you're a year into the relationship. When is your anniversary? Is it when you guys said, okay, we're officially dating, or is it when you guys met?
It's definitely not the day we met.
I mean, I could open around the panel for this one, but when do you consider, like, when would you consider your anniversary? That's kind of lame. I've never done that, but Hensley?
I guess officially it would be when you start dating, but definitely there's always like, I feel like that mention of like, yeah, you know, we were dating this long, but we were like seeing each other way before that. It's like a little add-on comment of like, well, so I'd say, I guess I consider it no, I'm not going to say that. I'd say when you start going on dates, that's when the relationship starts. So not like just talking, but like you guys have hung out and gone to a place.
When I would say in my past relationship, we had a definite day of like, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then we considered that like a year later to be the day that we celebrate for our anniversary. Yeah, it's, I like it to be clear cut. Like if I'm going on a couple dates with you, there shouldn't be an anniversary until you ask me to be your girlfriend.
So, but in that specific scenario, were you guys friends beforehand?
For about a month, yeah.
Okay.
We were just seeing
Just
each other.
friends?
Just friends, not doing anything romantic.
Okay.
with each other. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend.
See, I'm more thinking along the lines of the very first time you meet the person, there's a romantic, like if you met someone on a dating app, for example, you're not really starting off as friends because there's a romantic undertone there.
Yeah.
So to me, in that scenario, your anniversary would be a year after the first time you meet them.
Really?
I would consider that to be,
I
yeah.
respect that.
I mean, because a lot of people, it takes them a while to get into I guess it depends, but some people can be seeing each other for a month, 2 months, 3 months before the conversation is, hey, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's be loyal. Let's be committed to each other. So.
Oh yeah. Like technically, I think that is the day of the first date. But like personally, I think I can take more anniversaries. Or like can be different, like first kiss and for the day.
You've had a first kiss.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so kissing's not off the table. Okay.
Oh yeah, and like the day we meet.
Are you waiting until marriage?
What?
Not to kiss, to have sex?
No.
Into the microphone, please.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I.
But so, and you, sorry, remind me, you're 18 or 19?
18.
18. Okay. And are you waiting until you're in like a long-term serious relationship, or where's your, or do you just want to lose it? Where's your head at on that?
I don't really know. My ideas change every day.
Your ideas change every day.
My mind.
Your mind changes every day. So one day you're like, I want to wait until marriage, and then the next day, I just want to meet some hot dude and.
Yeah, literally yes.
Literally yes. Okay, what is it today? Somewhere in the middle?
Middle, yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Moderate.
Monterey?
No.
Moderate.
So yeah, middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a fortnight into knowing a guy? 14 days.
14.
Like 14 days into knowing a guy. That's when you
What?
you want to wait 14 days.
Wait, I said that?
No, I'm asking you.
No.
More or less?
Like have sex?
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, probably around.
Around 14 days.
Around 14 days. And just to be clear, days, not dates.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Just they're similar words, so I just want to. I don't even know where we were on that. Okay, but so you said in the beginning of a relationship, you want the guy to do most of the work. Is that correct? Or I guess I shouldn't use the word relationship, but in the initial stages of dating, you want the guy to do all the effort, correct?
I didn't say I want them to do all the effort, because if he asks me for on a date first, maybe the round 2 is on me. So this is
Okay.
Yeah.
But you want a guy to initiate.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Is that I'll go around the panel on that. Like who do you think should initiate? Hensley.
Whoever sees the other person first, I guess, and is like, oh, wow, they're hot. Initiate it.
I'm not against girls initiating, but I think that men should be the initiators in most situations.
Okay, I don't really initiate though, so yeah.
Have you ever hit on a guy?
What?
Have you ever hit on a guy? Like
Yes.
approached a guy?
Yes.
How did
But,
it go?
In my high school.
Okay.
Not here.
How did that go?
Not well.
So you got rejected.
Totally.
It was in front of everybody.
No. Like, I got his contact, but it doesn't went well.
He's the guy who wanted to steal the chocolate.
No.
Okay. Angelina?
I think initiation goes like both ways. I've initiated before, ended up well. They've initiated, it's ended up well. Like either way, I think it's.
You've initiated?
Yeah.
Would you say you've initiated about as equally as men have initiated with you?
No, I mean,
Or
I think guys
more so?
generally definitely
Okay.
take they think that they have to take the lead in initiation, which they can, that's fine. But so I definitely think I've been, I think people have initiated towards me more than I have towards them. But, yeah.
Okay. Just really quick. So you've initiated. What did you do to initiate?
I slid into his DMs. Like, this is just one person, but I had broken up with my boyfriend, and this is someone that I've known. Like, I'm friends with him. I've been to a couple of his house parties, and I hit him up, and I can't remember what I said. I think I still have the DMs, but I just said something along the lines of pause, why are you so fine? Something like that. I just fully initiated.
Nice. So, and he responded.
Yeah.
How soon after you had broken up with your boyfriend did you slide into his DMs?
I don't remember. I think this was probably a couple months after.
Oh, okay.
2-3 months.
Okay. And so what did he responded?
Yeah, he responded, and he basically responded with the same thing. He's he said something like pause, why are you so fine? Something like that, just something basically reiterating what I had said. And then it went well.
Okay. And you guys dated for a little bit?
No, we didn't date. He had a couple house parties, and we ended up hooking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens
from
yeah.
time to time, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't in my best phase.
And are there any other examples of times you've initiated?
Like not ones that I can think of, but like for example, like when I used to use Hinge often, I would like initiate on there, and then a couple of my like, most of the people I've hooked up with have been like longtime friends. So like those people, like I would kind of initiate and let them know like I was into them, interested, and then see where it went from there. Yeah.
I'm just curious. So remind me, what did you say again?
I was like
in the DMs.
Oh, like hey, why are you so fine? Like basically that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious, if a guy DM'd you that, would that work on any of y'all? Hensley?
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's a little bit basic.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, right. And I was
Angelita.
like, if a guy said that to me, I probably wouldn't respond unless he was like,
Okay.
But
Farting sharks?
Would I respond to that message or who should
That's her
initiate?
Instagram handle, by the way, guys. Would you, if a guy DM'd you that, what's your response?
I will respond an equally cold joke.
Cold joke
Like-
or cool joke? I just didn't hear you.
Like a stupid joke.
Oh, okay.
like a pickup line.
Yeah.
And wait, Shania, did you answer?
No, honestly, if they were cute enough, same thing. I'd be like, okay, let's try this out a little bit. And then yeah, if the cringe keeps coming, I'm gonna be like, okay, never mind.
Okay. Wow. And really quick, on initiative, have any of you, like on this side of the table, have you guys ever shot your shot at a guy? Gone up to him at a bar, a club, DM?
Yes.
I have not, but I'm also not the kind of person to just start talking to someone like in a grocery store, so I just wouldn't do that anyways.
Okay. But so you've never like approached a guy, did that first little step?
No, I mean, so Bumble, you have to make the first move. So that part, yes. But in person, no.
Yeah, I mean, Bumble, it forces you, but
Yeah.
did you just say hey when you were on Bumble?
No, I would not reach out unless I could think of something clever to say.
Okay.
So.
And did you answer?
Oh yeah, I said I initiated several times.
Can you give us an example of how you've initiated?
It's like basically the same stuff with Angelina because I've known him for a long time. We've been friends, and I start feeling that he might have a crush on me, or may not. I'm gonna check it out. So I just sent him like, I think I like you as, like, not a friend, like that.
So it's someone you knew.
Yeah.
Okay. Has there ever been a time that you initiated with a guy that you didn't know at all?
No.
Okay. So I want Glebus did he asked for a fit check. He paid over 69. So I think we gotta do a fit check for our boy Glebus.
Cool.
If you guys want to stand up.
Oh, all of us?
Is that
Yeah.
how this goes?
Everybody stand up. What's the tattoo say? Flagrante? Flagrante? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. And Natasha, can we get like a Ziz pose from you?
What is that?
You don't know the Ziz pose?
I don't.
Do you remember the pose that Blair did last time? This?
Oh, it's like a gym pose. It's like a gym pose. Oh.
The gym pose, like the Ziz? Can you do the Ziz?
I don't know what that is. Do it again, Brian.
Oh. Okay, an attempt was made.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. That's a cool dress. And I think he wanted to spin too. I mean, I think he wanted to spin. Okay. From everyone? No? Oh, okay. All right, you guys can sit down.
$99.
She. Okay. And then Leo, thank you for the $2 super chat. Or sorry, what is that? Not $2. It's €2. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. So, sorry guys, I lost my spot here. I want to ask, so what do you guys think that men want in a partner or a girlfriend? Try to list 3 things, Hensley.
Oh, that's so subjective to every single one. Like, I'm from Texas, so the things they want in women there are very different than the things they want in women here.
Let's say generally speaking.
There is no general to that question, really, though. I mean, when it comes to dating preferences, it's all variety. It's all on this huge spectrum. So, I don't know.
What do they want in Texas?
In Texas, they want a sorority girl or a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader and someone to have their babies. It's not great.
Do you fall into that category at all?
Do I seem like I fall into it?
I mean, you have half of the cheerleader thing, kind of.
Do I, though?
Sort of.
Do I,
because they
though?
dance.
Do they,
Is it
though?
dancing? It's kind of.
Do they?
The cheering, kind of. They're moving their body, sort of, kind of.
If you want to make that comparison, I yeah, sure.
Okay.
No.
And so what do they want in California?
In California, it's a lot more relaxed. I feel like here's a lot more situationships. They like to test out the waters before putting rings on it. They like to be protected and make sure women are on birth control, and it's lovely over here.
Okay.
I mean, I think realistically, especially men here, they're just going to take what they can get. I think that's like, I don't know. Guys
When you
down
say
here have
men,
like low standards.
men here, men in California, or just men?
Men in this area specifically, like in Los Angeles, and even where I'm from in like NorCal. But I don't know. I think guys want someone that can satisfy them mentally, emotionally, physically, just as girls do. Yeah.
Can you repeat that question? Sorry.
Yeah. What do you think guys want in women?
Oh, they want a lot. Okay. They want to have sex. They probably need emotional support. I don't know. Yeah, and I can't think of the third one.
Okay, so sex and emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Angelina?
I think just generally like satisfaction, someone to have around. I feel like that kind of goes the same with like all humans. Like everyone just kind of wants not just satisfaction like sexually, but I think like you kind of were saying, like emotionally, physically, like those kinds of things are what I think every human wants, not just like guys or girls. That's like the best general answer.
I think it depends on what age they are. You know, I mean, someone in their early 20s is going to be looking for something different than someone in their 40s. So, you know, maybe when you're in your earlier 20s or late teens, you are looking for kind of just a friend, a very physical friend. And then, you know, as you age on, you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe now I do want a girlfriend. And maybe now I do want a wife. Maybe I do want baby mama. Anything like that. So I think it depends on the age for sure, and it changes for everyone, of course.
I agree with all above, and I want to add something. Like maybe sometimes they do want somebody to have a deeper conversation about, like when you have same interests and basically same interests, and you can talk like deeper shit.
Deeper shit. Okay, so what's some deeper shit? Let's talk about it.
Like your future, like if you're really serious about this relationship, you will definitely plan your future together, like building up a family and stuff. That's deep for my age.
So first date, I'm on a date with you and I say, Lori, what are we going to name our future children? I want 4, by the way.
I will run away.
You would run away?
Yeah.
But we're planning the future, Lori.
I just mentioned the relationship I was saying is a serious one, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. Damn.
But we should start planning the names of our 3 children. Wait, so what do you think about what's your full name, Lori?
You mean my real name?
Sure.
Lo Jin.
Is that your first and second name or last name? Lo
Yes,
Jin?
and in Chinese
Lo
it's
Jin.
vice, like it is the opposite of English. We have the last name in
Last
the
name
first place.
first.
Yes. So Lo is my last name, Jin is my first name.
Jin is your first name?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about Jin Jr. for our daughter?
We will not have a daughter. Or a son. Or anything.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, I was trying to have a deep conversation, guys. Okay, so moving on. So I want to ask, actually I want to come back to you. So you said men want sex and emotional support.
And probably some financial support.
Men want financial support.
Probably.
Have you ever financially support? Well, you haven't had a relationship, but
I would like to.
you want to financially support the guy
If I can.
if you can. Well, you're what, 18? So right now you're in college, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
but,
really, can you? I mean, unless you're like come from an obscenely wealthy family.
Oh no, I am working right now.
You work? What do you do for work?
Like I work for an extracurricular school.
Okay. So do you do tutoring or okay,
Kind of.
or helping students or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. So, but in the future, do you want to be the breadwinner in your relationship?
I would like to say probably because I'm not sure. Oh yeah. I will. Yeah. If I have
sorry.
to, I can.
Okay. And so you would financially support a guy.
I hope not, but,
But-
yeah, if that's
okay.
necessary, I can.
But you think that's what men want, is to be financially supported?
Not. That's part of. It all depends on different people. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Hensley, would you financially support a boyfriend?
No, but I have.
Your most recent
Me
one?
too.
No. Like when I was 16, like the guy who took my virginity, he immediately got kicked out of his parents' house right after, and I was like, come live with me. And so like it was just kind of like if I wanted to go out to meals, I was like, okay, well, you're with me. I don't want to let you starve. But that was 16, so it's a little different now.
Okay.
I would only financially support a guy if he had another plan to financially support himself. Like if he's working on building a business, sure, maybe I can take care of both of us for the meantime, but as long as you have a bigger plan in mind. And that's it.
Angelina, would you financially support a guy?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, and I think...
How did you, because you're fairly young, so how did you financially support him?
So I had a job at the time. He did not. I had a car. He didn't. He was a year older than me.
No car. That's rough.
But like we were younger, so this was like when we were 17 and 18. So, yeah, so he didn't have a job. He didn't graduate high school yet. And I was a senior, so he like already missed a year kind of. He didn't have, he didn't have a job, didn't have a license, so I like helped him get all that, which I was like totally fine with. Like, you know, support is important. And then like we'd go out and get food. And for a while it was like, I would say more so on me, and then he got a job and we'd switch off like every day. But I would say like emotionally I definitely would say that I provided a lot for him, and like financially.
Shania?
Yeah, I agree with Tasha. You know, if he's going through a rough patch, then sure, totally, I got you, dude. But there does have to be a plan. So, you know, I understand, oh, you just lost your job. Let's sit down. Let's plan it out. I got you for the next month, whatever.
I really think it depends on my situation, because now I do not make any money. I have no right to spend my parents' money on a random dude. Right. So I will not financially support a guy.
Maybe in the future, though? Would you or not?
When I make enough money, yes.
Okay.
Can
Got
I
it.
add something on?
Yeah, of
Sorry.
course.
So that was my like relationship in the past, but I would say going forward, like talking like past getting our careers, I would want money to be like a separate thing. I wouldn't want to like share money with my husband. I would want us both to be like, you know, financially independent on our own. And then obviously when you get a house, you'd bring that together. But like I would say for the most part, like being financially independent, like for both parties is really important.
So, since we're on the topic of finances, I figure this is related. On a first date, who should pay? Actually, you know what? Let's start over here. Lori, who should pay on the first date?
All right. Usually when if he paid the bill at first, I will say let's split the bill. And if he insists, like I can take this one, I will go that way. But usually I will split the bill with him.
On the first date, you'll split?
Yes.
Okay.
I think whoever invited the other should pay.
Angelina?
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. Or if he insists on paying, he can pay. If he wants to split the bill, we can split the bill. If he's like, oh, I forgot my card, you know, I got it, it's fine. I think as long as you're 50-50 on like the next one, or like, you know.
Yeah, I think who asked first should pay, but if he really like asked, should we split the bill, I would definitely pay the whole bill.
So, if a guy asked to split the whole bill, you'd pay the whole thing?
Yes.
And then you'd never talk to him again?
I love that.
Don't
No,
give
like-
Hensley
no,
any
no, like-
ideas.
Okay,
Don't give her ideas, but go ahead.
No, yeah, because I mean, if a guy asks you first to go out and he asks to split the bill, and it's not like as expensive as like $300.
What, 300?
No, like not that expensive. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's not like super luxurious or something.
Have you ever been on a date with a guy and he asked to split the bill?
No.
So, of the dates that you've been on, which I suspect hasn't been many, or maybe it's been many,
No. Yeah. No.
Less
not
than
not many.
a handful maybe, a few,
Like 3,
3,
2 actually.
2.
I just counted.
You just count. Okay. Of those 2 dates, did the guy pay, or did you?
Yeah.
The guys paid. Okay.
They
On the
paid.
2 dates, sure. Natasha.
If a guy wants to impress you, if he wants to see you again, if he wants to leave an ounce of a lasting impression, he should definitely pay on the first date. And if he can't afford it, then he shouldn't be going out and dating.
Hensley.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, they should probably, like, yeah, they pay on the first date, and if it's like a split the bill kind of thing, I'll be like, oh, you're gonna be a great friend.
So if the guy wants to split, it's not happening for you.
I mean, it definitely could. It also depends on the dates. A lot of dates I go on, I'm like, you're mediocre. So if it's like a mediocre dude and I split the bill, I'm like, yeah, probably not. But if it's like someone I'm really interested in and they just are like paying their own bills, working their own stuff, maybe in a financial bind, then it would be, it depends on the situation, I guess.
So if you're really into them, you'll give them a pass if they ask to split.
Yeah.
Or, okay, so if it's kind of like you're on the fence about the guy and he asks to split, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of 2 sets of rules there, don't you think?
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Interesting. So I think I have a opinion on this that's both men and women don't like my take on this. I don't know were you there on the panel when we were talking about who should pay?
I might have been.
Let me
hear the opinion.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, a few of you said whoever asks should pay, but the fact of the matter is that ignores the fact that the vast majority of men are the ones that ask. So your answer might as well be men should pay, because de facto men are the initiators, men are the askers. 99% of all first dates are probably initiated by men. Maybe it's 90, 97, who knows. So your answer might as well be men should pay. So there's that. And then the other thing is, you do make a good point, Natasha, though, that, yeah, like if you want to probably be viewed in the most favorable light by the woman, you should probably pay. But I have a quarrel with paying, and here's why. a lot of women will go on dates without a genuine interest in the guy. That's the issue. Maybe in the past, if you went on a date with someone, you probably were going to, there's a good chance you were going to seriously pursue that. Now, I want a free meal. I think they actually did a study. Something like 20 to 30% of women have reported doing what's called a foodie call. Play on the word, on the term booty call, where women will just go on a date just for a free meal. And I want to go around the panel on this. And I'll finish up I'll go around the panel and then I'll finish up my thoughts. So, have you ever gone on a date with a guy that you had no intention of sleeping with? Hensley.
I don't know. Yes, I'll say yes, because I really like going on dates, but if I have no intention of sleeping with them, I'm a lot more open to the split of the bill.
I'm not sure I understand. Like going on a first date and then sleeping with them immediately after the date? Or like what?
No, but like, have you gone on a date with a guy and you were not sure if you wanted to sleep with him? Not saying that you had to sleep with him that night, but you were undecided on him.
Of course. And I think that's the point of going on dates, so that you learn more about a person.
The difference is that every single guy that goes on, I shouldn't say every single, but most men, if they go on a date with a girl, they want to sleep with her.
Okay. Well, it's not always going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
No, I would say I have no idea about them before I went on the first date. So yeah.
Okay, Angelina.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've gone on a lot of dates where the intention wasn't to like ever even like be sexual with them, at least not on the first date. Like she said, I think dates are, the whole point is to get to know someone. And if the guy has like a previously like perceived mindset on how the date's gonna go, like that's kind of his problem if he didn't mention that beforehand.
Yeah, I guess just to clarify, I don't mean having the intention of sleeping with the guy that night.
Yeah.
But you have already deemed him to be attractive enough to sleep with him. And now you're just seeing if you guys get along.
But then that's like based on, but then like, let's say you've never met that person before.
Sure.
You could meet them in person and there would be no chemistry.
Sure.
Then it's like, okay, I don't, want to have sex with this person. I'm not sexually attracted to them. That's.
Yeah. I would say for most men, when they go on a date, you have to talk yourself out of him wanting to sleep with you. Whereas I think for women, it's oftentimes the reverse. But Shania, go ahead.
That's interesting, actually. I would agree with that somewhat. But I don't think I've gone on a date where I didn't intend to sleep with them, because obviously I'm on the date because I find them attractive. And so if I find you attractive, yes, eventually I'm going to want to sleep with you. Of course, I'm not going to, that night or whatever. But so I don't think I would waste my time with someone that I have no intentions with.
Yeah, I agree. I've never gone on a date with somebody I'm not sexually attracted to.
Okay, fair enough. There's, I think it's a lot of guys' experience also that kind of related to something I previously said, is that in today's day and age, people have so many more options that they can go on a lot more dates. So if you went on a date in the 50s or 60s or 70s, the likelihood, if you did go on a date, the likelihood of that proceeding was much higher than it is today. So the likelihood of any one given interaction with the opposite sex today working out is super low. Like, I'm sure you guys have experience on dating apps in person. Like, you probably have to be talking to quite a few more people to finally meet that person that you end up in a relationship with or end up hooking up with. So from a guy's point of view, if we're always asking, we're always having to pay for the date. Phrased it? Yeah, I kind of screwed the phrasing up a little bit on the question, but so besides just foodie calls, and this is why I think men should split. I don't think men should pay on the first date. Now, there are some scenarios where I'll pay, and I can get into that later. But the thing is that a man paying is him adhering to his traditional gender roles. But the fact of the matter is that in today's day and age, my advice to men is you do not adhere to your traditional gender roles with women who are not traditional women. And newsflash, 90% of women are not traditional women. So you can't have new order for you and old order for men. So men, I don't think you should be adhering to your traditional gender roles if she's not a traditional woman. That's my take. And also the fact this kind of relates to women not being traditional women is people are just fucking around so much. So just point blank period, I'm not going to pay for a girl who's fucking someone else. And the fact of the matter is the dating meta as it is, you have to assume when you're first meeting someone, they're fucking at least one other person. Cause I know girls that are fucking 1, 2, 3 guys. And I'm going to go on a date with you and then I'm going to pay for your food. You're going to get a to-go bag and give it to the guy you're fucking. No. Like to me, that's just, I might not know you're doing that, but to me, I'm not going to put myself in a position like that. So the way the dating meta is, I have to assume going in, she's fucking another guy. To me, that's not, you're not adhering to your traditional gender roles. I won't adhere to mine. So that's my take on that. I want to open it up to the panel and let you guys respond. So Hensley, come on in.
I like it. I respect it. I think dating is kind of a game. And with that said, also going along with her, you're probably not leaving a lot of impressions on these women. So they're okay to go fuck whoever else. But, you know, you didn't have to pay for their meal, but you're definitely lowering your chance of getting your dick sucked.
Lowering my chance of getting my dick sucked?
Just by a little, you know. But hey, we're not traditional women, so you never know.
Well, you know what, though? The thing is that most of the women in this town would consider themselves liberal, would consider themselves feminist. So my additional view is you can't be feminist until the check comes. So if you believe in equality, you have to believe in it across the board. Equality is not a buffet that you get to pick and choose from. You don't get to pick the stuff that benefits you and say, oh no, I want the traditional here, I want the new order here. So
for sure. But were any of us feminists?
I haven't gone on a date with any of you.
Exactly.
Yet. Mm-hmm. But broadly speaking, most of the women in this town would say are fairly liberal and would probably identify as feminist, so, or believe in equality. So, Okay, Natasha.
I mean, I respect everything that you just said, but if I'm getting to the point of going on a date with you, that means I'm giving you a solid chance to make a lasting impression on me. Because for me, I think I have a more traditional way of going about things. I am never talking to multiple guys at once. If I find a guy interesting enough to give him my attention, I am giving him my full attention. And if he, you know, obviously it's a two-sided street, I'm going to try and portray myself in the best way possible, and I expect him to do the same. I expect there to be, you know, mutual, everyone's doing their best, you know. So I think that, you know, for girls that are really trying to get to know a guy, I mean, it's easy to weed those girls out, honestly. Like, you can just...
Which girls?
The girls that are just going on dates with you just for the free food. Or just to have sex with you. It's so easy to weed people out, in my opinion.
Well, it's not always obvious, and a lot of women are unassuming. Like, it's not... Sometimes you can tell, like, yeah, this chick, she's a big partier. She's probably fucking a bunch of dudes, right? But it's not always obvious. Sometimes the shy, quiet ones are... they're fucking, but
I guess that's true. I don't know. For me, if I'm giving you a solid chance to go on a date with me, you are my sole attention. I'm not messing with anyone. I'm not talking to anyone, really.
I respect that.
If I'm not talking to one guy, then I'm going and working on myself. I'm really not interested in men too much. I'm really interested in myself. So I don't know.
I respect that. And are you on dating apps right now or no?
I have Hinge. I don't use it. So
but that's sort of, your options are definitely a lot more open if you're on the dating app.
Yes.
But you're saying if you're seeing a guy, you're kind of going to put other options.
I'm putting
You're going to
completely
pursue
aside.
that,
Yes.
see where it goes. If it doesn't work out, fine, on to the next one.
Yeah,
But you're
I'm-
not like concurrently dating like 3-4 guys at the same time.
No, and I would never go on a date just for the food or just for the attention. That's really messed up.
Sure.
And actually, my roommate, he was like, Natasha, you're in LA now, and if I were you, if I were a girl, I'd be going on dates like every night of the week, and I'd be getting free dinners. Like, my male roommate literally said that to me, and I was like, that's not who I am. It's not a good way to be. It doesn't build good habits, and you're not going to find good people doing that. So,
Do you think that you're an outlier, though, in terms of how you approach dating?
I would say that I am, because I mean, I even have girlfriends who, they treat dating like kind of like a game. They want to take advantage of what they can, and girls have an advantage with dating. They can pick any guy out of a room and they're going to say yes to a date, and then they're going to get free food out of a dinner, and it's going to be really easy for them. So me, an outlier, I don't know. I'm dating intentionally. I'm not dating to mess around. I don't really have time to mess around. I have things that I want to do with myself. So yeah.
What percentage of women do you think like you? If you, let's say in California.
I don't really want to be mean.
Be mean. Yeah, you can be mean.
How many girls think like me? Maybe like less than 10%. I don't know.
Yep.
It's a small, yeah, it's not a lot.
And I'm just curious, so were these values instilled in you by your parents, or is it something you like read online? Or like, how did you come to these conclusions about dating? Because for someone so young, I would say you have a very mature approach to kind of what you're looking for in your dating.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, my parents, I wasn't really allowed to date until high school. And so I was able to, see my friends dating, and I was able to see the toxicity that, relationships can have. And also my parents raised me, teaching me like that I am worth more. Sometimes I would get into relationships with guys and my mom would be like, you are worth more than this person. And she was completely right, and I didn't see it at the time. But then as you get older, you just look back on relationships and you're like, dang, I put myself low so that I could, it has to do with self-esteem, it has to do with your view of your self-worth. And yeah, I don't know if I said that right, but.
No, it's good. Thank you. So anyways, me and Natasha had a little back and forth there, but do you have a response to what I was saying 2 or 3 minutes ago about paying and stuff?
So yeah, I think dating is a game, but not for advantage, but for their different people got their own rules. So if there's rules overlap, it's good. If there's completely just different, yeah, it's just not the thing. That if two people got different rules that you pay or I pay, and yeah, it's just. Oh, and what you just said, your theory doesn't work on me. Fucking around.
What's the theory?
You said you don't want to pay for a girl that fuck different males. Yeah.
Mouses?
No.
Oh, males. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
that doesn't work on you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the same way that Natasha's a bit of an outlier, you're an outlier too, because most women are not virgins. Well, yeah, most women are not virgins.
Most babies are virgins.
Well, no, but a woman's adult human female, so.
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, probably most of the women, and I don't know what the stats are. They'd have to do a study, but I mean, it's probably by the time a woman's 18 or 19, the proportion of them that are still a virgin and haven't slept with anybody, must be less than 10%, less than 5% probably. And they're probably going to lose it within the next year. Okay.
I'm done.
But so your point is that my whole scenario of the reason why I wouldn't pay is with your scenario as well.
No, yeah, I just said different people got different rules.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
Right. So in the scenario I provided, where a scenario, how many times am I going to repeat scenario? I wouldn't pay for a girl because my expectation going into a date is she's probably hooking up with some other guy. She's sleeping with some other guy. So, but for you, obviously that wouldn't apply because the situation you find yourself in. Okay, Angelina.
I agree with like mainly what she said. I like see the same side as you. Yeah. I would go 50-50 first date. Like I wouldn't mind that. If they invited me to a date and they want to take me there, I'm fine with 50-50 still. Yeah.
I guess so. Just to respond to what I said, do you think that it's fairly common that people have, and I suppose this can apply to both men and women, but do you think that for a lot of guys, they should have an expectation that if they're going on a date with a girl, that girl's probably talking to another guy, sleeping with another guy?
Oh yeah, but it just depends on the person.
Like, for example, I could ask you, have you ever gone on a date with a guy, and also, I should open this up to the panel, have you ever gone on a date with a guy but you were sleeping with someone else?
I have to think about this one.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll come back to you,
okay,
Hensley.
yeah.
Do you want to answer that?
You know my answer.
What's your answer?
Definitely.
Definitely. I mean, hey, that's the dating meta. I don't shame you at all. What is, I guess, I might have asked you this in the previous episode. What's the most amount of men you've concurrently been sleeping with? Let's say in like a week period.
2.
2?
I don't really sleep around a lot necessarily. I just like to mess around a lot, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I got it now. So when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, it was like we broke up in like a really healthy way. It was just because, I needed to work on myself and I couldn't do that with him in the picture. And then obviously stuff happens. I find out he slept with my best friend, and then I went and I hooked up with his. So like stuff started happening. Yeah, stuff started happening. I wouldn't say that I went on a date while I was sleeping with someone else, but I would say that I like talked to multiple people at one time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Shania?
I mean, I think actually Precious hit it really well on the head. Like it was, it's dating is a game and everyone's got their own rules. So, that's your rule and Tasha's rule is different and everyone's rules are different. So you kind of just got to find someone who's playing the same rules of the same game.
Lori?
Yeah, I agree. And also which panel we are at. Like the Your Opinion panel or Sleeping Men panel.
Wait, what?
Right. You've opened 2 panels.
2 panels?
Yeah, you got 2 questions going.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So what?
One is Angelina's, like, have you ever sleep a man, like, and date different guy? The other is about your opinion about dating, splitting the bill.
Yeah, you can answer both.
Okay. And I will definitely agree with your opinion because I respect everything, but I do not like the way how you just assume some girl you met maybe on dating app, maybe you just hit her up in real life, are fucking with other guys.
You don't like that I'm making that assumption?
Yes, and also the fact that, it's maybe not a fact, you said how many adult women are virgin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe open your eyes up and look around the whole world.
The whole world?
Yes.
Where? Because a woman in, for example, a very religious country is going to be more likely to be a virgin. But like, I can't talk about the dating culture in Ethiopia. The USA is a large country, so we can talk about the USA, and a lot of these concepts probably expand to the rest of the Western world. So.
Well, I'm not from the Western world, so I'm sorry I don't get your rules.
But so I'm just curious. So you object to me saying that most women, say between the ages of 18 or 19, are not virgins? You disagree with that?
Yes.
You think it's more than 50% of women who are
yes
19 are virgins?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, in the whole world.
You've been here for a year?
Yes.
Have you seen the partying that goes on in
Yes,
Santa Barbara?
It's just this town. It's just this town. It's just
Oh,
Isla
no.
Vista.
I mean,
Oh no, I live in Orange County. I live like, I'm from Orange County, and I can like definitely say, most of the girls have definitely lost it, like 18, 19 or before.
well, we'll go around the panel really quick. What age did everyone lose their virginity?
Late 16.
Late 16.
You're a virgin.
16.
Shania?
Late 24.
What? Oh, that's new. Okay, maybe that explains. Were you in like a cult or something for
Nope.
24?
I just, like I said, the current relationship I'm in is the first relationship I've been in. And, you know, I just wanted to be super comfortable with whoever I decided to sleep with. But they didn't know I was a virgin.
Wait, so the person you're currently seeing,
Yes.
he's the one that took your virginity?
No.
Oh, okay, I see. And you?
Still there.
Wait, you're still a virgin?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I thought you had a boyfriend for like a year and a half.
No, I said
Or-
8 months.
oh, 8
and
months.
That was middle school, so that means.
Yeah,
nothing
okay. All
happened.
right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that doesn't even really count as a relationship, I reckon.
Yeah.
Right? Middle school, I mean. But, okay, so you're still a virgin.
No stereotype.
Well, no, I'm not stereotyping, but, so, and just a reminder, so you're 19 or 18?
18.
And you're 19? Okay. So, you guys are outliers. I'm going to say it. Fact of the matter is, and I don't have an expectation that a girl I'm seeing is a virgin. If she is, great. That's cool. Bonus points. But in today's day and age, most guys are not expecting a girl to be a virgin the first time they hook up. So,
Wait, but do you think you will expect? No. Do you think the girl you date will expect you to be virgin? Why are you expecting that?
wait, what?
Like the girl you date, do you think they will like expect you to be a virgin?
No, I think most women probably don't want their partner to be a virgin. Most women would probably want their partner to be more sexually experienced. Most women.
Okay.
Let me ask, well, so you're a virgin, do you want to date a guy who's a virgin?
I don't mind.
There's nothing wrong with that, by the way, if you do, but
No, I don't mind.
you don't care
Yeah, I don't
if the
care.
guy's not a
Okay.
virgin. Okay. What about you, Lori?
I don't really care, and I will not really want to know before like we get there.
You wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, like before we actually get there and talking about his former sexual experience is.
Sure.
Mm.
Well, I don't think it's always a great idea to go into detail about former sexual experiences, but even if you wouldn't even want to know if he had had sex before.
Like if he brought it up himself, then I'll be like okay with it, but I don't ask.
Okay, got it. Okay, so this is news to me that you're also a virgin. So, just curious, are you waiting for marriage? Are you waiting for a long-term relationship? Are you just kind of, you're ready to lose it? You just want to meet the right guy, but you're ready to go?
And I'm waiting for a long-term relationship.
Long-term relationship. Okay, cool. Hey, I mean, it's pretty rare. So good times. I think, anyways, but so you objected to my characterization that most women, 18 to 19-year-old women, are not virgins. Unfortunately, I don't know. There's probably been some studies on the average age at which most people lose their virginity, but I would suspect that the majority of people lose their virginity by 18 or 19. Do you think it's maybe a bit older, or what do you think on that?
Well, based on the information I get from the table, I guess most of the girls lost their virginity before they turned to adulthood. But I respect it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So maybe I'm wrong.
But you told me to open my eyes.
Yeah, because maybe look at India, China, Korea, and Middle East. Like, there are other countries.
Okay. Well, I don't anticipate doing any dating in Qatar anytime soon, but trying to think here. I mean, you both are from China. We could talk a bit about that. Is virginity something that's valued in China?
Our parents just don't allow us dating till college.
Oh, my parents don't allow me to date in college.
Would your parents, if they found out that is premarital sex like frowned upon in China? So having sex before marriage, is that frowned upon in China?
It's not like a deal breaker, but some family, they think that is a really like severe situation.
Okay. I see. Okay, so I don't know how deep I want to go into the Chinese dating culture, but okay. Where were we? Where were we? Does anyone remember? We were talking about, I think, paying for first dates. Yeah. Oh, so just to wrap that up, there are some scenarios which I would pay for a girl on a date. One, if I could somehow, like, if I knew that she wasn't the town bicycle, if she wasn't a hoe. Under those circumstances, I might be more willing to pay.
How would you know?
Town bicycle.
How would I know? I mean, there's some indicators. There's some things you can look at. You can suss it out in a couple ways. Some of it's in their behavior. There's like, I'm not going to get into it now, but there's some ways to tell. Sometimes they're sleeper hoes though, so you can't always know. So the other scenario is if she's younger than me and she's like in college or something, then under those circumstances, like realizing that there's a disproportion there in terms of how much we're both earning. Under those circumstances, I would pay. And also if I was like, hey, I want to go to Hawaii, which is something I've done with past girlfriends. If I'm like, hey, I want to go to Hawaii, I want to go on vacation, maybe she can't afford it or whatever, I'll just pay for the whole thing. That's fine. Yeah, I'll pay for the flights, hotel, everything, because I want to go and I want her to be there with me. But, yeah. Hensley, you looked like you were going to say something, but I could have misread that. Or you wanted to come in.
It's hard going into that with that expectation, because I mean, even going around the panel, like the outlier isn't the person who's sleeping with other people. Like I feel like I was more of the outlier of like, I go on dates and I'm also sleeping with other people. But most girls, I think, get a lot more emotionally involved, and they aren't someone to do that necessarily. So it's hard that you have that expectation, because it's almost like you're putting yourself down that you don't think a girl would be interested in you solely.
I mean, the experiences that I've had here in Santa Barbara, there's someone. They're talking to somebody. The ex is maybe still kind of in the picture somehow, and yeah.
And you've never done that. You've never gone on a date but still had feelings for your ex, or gone on a date but also had a Hinge app open where you're talking to other people, or possibly you had sex last night and it was just a one-night stand and now you met someone that you're really interested in. But like, what if they went into it with that same expectations, and even though they're right, it's still, I don't know. What do you think?
They're still not going to pay for the full bill. So on that front, I mean, I was talking about that within the context of paying for the first date. But I mean, to answer your question, I'm not really interested in just running through a bunch of girls. And I'm super busy with my work, with the podcast and everything, and other work things. So I don't have time to be going on like a ton of fucking dates. And when I was a bit younger, I had a couple things here and there, but I just don't have time. And dating takes so much time, I find anyways, as a guy. So it doesn't interest me to be constantly going on new dates, and I'm not interested in the one-time thing either. So I don't know, there's this Sir Mix-a-Lot song, Baby Got Back. In the lyrics it goes, some punks like to hit it and quit it, but I'd rather stay and play. So I'd rather stay and play. Like, there's no appeal to me to just sleep with a girl once, even if a girl's super down. Like I've had girls that they're coming through town. Santa Barbara's a tourist town, so a lot of people are here on the weekends, just here for vacation or just here to see a friend or something. And I've had girls that are down to fuck, down to hook up. To me, it's just a waste of time. It's not worth it. Because if I want to sleep with someone, I want to continue seeing them and pursue that. So.
What if they offered to take you on a date and pay for the bill?
But they just want to fuck? What do you mean?
But you don't want to fuck, but you still want to go on a date and go get food.
But they're only in town for the weekend? Or?
Sure. Yeah.
No, I don't even want to. No, it's just. I'm
not even for the experience of another human being.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. It's not.
Experience
but I don't want
humans privately.
I like to experience my humans for longer term durations.
Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Do we have any? I think we got only just a couple super chats here. Hold on. We got Leo. Oh, $2. All cuties on the panel tonight. Thank you, Leo. Yeah, we got some cuties, man. As always. Okay, so I want to. Let me see here. Speaking on the topic of finances, would you rather be broke and hot or wealthy and ugly? Hensley.
Broken hot. You can make money if you're hot.
Broken hot.
Same. Broken heart.
Wealthy and ugly.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, wealthy and ugly.
Wealthy and ugly.
Okay. Rock and roll. So wait, Shania, I got to go back to this. You were 24
Yes,
when you lost your virginity.
I was.
Why did you wait so long?
Like I said, I just wanted to be comfortable, and there was just not anyone that I was that comfortable with. And so I used to think that, I wanted to be in a serious relationship. I wanted to be, just really sure that we were exclusive. And then, as I kind of aged a little bit more, I was like, maybe I should change my mind. Like, I think the real thing I'm looking for is comfort. And so, so I met someone super comfortable. I chose not to tell him that I was a virgin. And
Wow. The surprise. Did you tell him after?
Nope.
He doesn't know.
Still doesn't know.
Maybe he's watching.
Maybe
He could be watching the show.
I hope not. But, yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't say anything, so maybe he doesn't know. Or he could be like, yo, this girl was a virgin.
So, are you saying the sex was trash?
I don't know. I had fun.
You had fun?
I did.
Okay. But so, from the age of 18 to 24, were you just not dating at all, or?
No, I was. Like I said, I was dating around, but not in that kind of way. I truly was just going on a lot of first dates, a lot of second dates, not so much third dates. So.
So you just never met a guy that met your
clicked.
Standards?
Yeah.
That never clicked?
Yeah.
What is the click?
standards.
Explain the click to us.
Just, I don't even know how to explain it. Your sense of humors go together really well, and there's kind of that, flirt to roast ratio where you guys can kind of just go off each other. There's a chemistry click. I don't even know how to explain chemistry. Just you can feel it. And so, so it just didn't happen. And I didn't date at all in high school. I mean, I think my first date was when I was 18, and then my first kiss was 21. And so I was a late bloomer, a little bit.
Interesting. Oh, were you coming in on something?
No.
Oh, I thought you were about to. Okay. Yeah. Wait. So, the first guy that you had sex with, did you? How long did you wait? Was it the second date, third date, or?
It was the third date.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
I was ready.
She was. Yeah. That's pretty unique.
So how does it feel? I just want to ask this, because you say, it's rare for girls to stay virgins past 18, 19. Yet
Sure.
you have 3 girls in your room right
That
now.
That was not planned for.
That, we got 18, almost 20, and 24.
Wait, you're 24? Hold
I was
on.
24 when
You
I
keep
lost my-
changing
No,
up
I was
your
24
age.
when I lost my
You didn't want to
virginity.
give your age.
No, that's.
Are you actually 25?
Yes, you're not supposed to give your age in modeling, so that's what I was trying to be sly. And yeah, you just called me out on it.
Okay. So you are 25 though.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of blows my mind. So your question is, what do I think that there's 3 virgins at the table?
Yeah.
I believe it. Maybe. Could be. Well, you aren't any longer a virgin, so there's 2 virgins at the table. I don't know, that the guy that had you try to steal chocolate, I think there was something that happened there. Is there something you're not telling us
No.
about the chocolate guy?
No.
Chocolate man.
Oh,
It was a Twix bar, wasn't it?
The part he tried to kiss you.
Oh yeah. But he asked. I just said no.
Okay. Wow.
I love that.
Good times. Good times.
Not during the stealing though.
So, I had another question for you, Shania, but it totally slipped my mind. Something about and did you meet the guy on the dating app?
I did.
And wait, remind me, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2". Wow, that's very tall for a woman.
It is.
That's like top 99th percentile for a female's height.
Thank you. Yep.
So, was one of your standards for a guy that he be taller than you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so that wasn't preventing the...
No.
Okay. Would you say that you have really high standards?
I have healthy standards. So I have, I want him to treat me with respect. I want him to have manners. I want him to have all this. Physically, no. No one can change how they look, for the height thing, I've gone on dates with a guy who's 5'7". So, and it wasn't weird at all. So, you can't help how tall you are. You can't help how you look. So physical standards, no. But there are definitely some sort of stuff that I need.
And how tall is your current boyfriend?
6'4".
6'4"?
Yes.
Okay. Would you date a guy who's shorter than you?
I have, yes.
You have? Okay. Was that the guy who...
No.
Okay, not that guy. Okay. Got it. 6'6", what, 6'6"? What? No, 6'4". Okay, got it. Really quick around the panel, minimum height for you in terms of your height, and then minimum height if you have a height preference for the guy. Lori?
I'm 5'7", 8", and my minimum standard is my height.
Me. Sorry. I would say, okay, so I'm like 5'8" on a good day. And probably like 5'5" would be my minimum. Yeah, like 5'5".
Wait, so you're how tall?
5'8".
You're 5'8", but
Yeah.
you date a guy who's 5'5".
I haven't dated a guy who's 5'5", but like if,
You would.
but like yeah.
Okay, short kings.
Yeah.
Our DMs are open.
I like short guys more than I like taller guys actually.
Okay, Glebus, good question. We'll get right to it.
I'm 5'8", and if I can, I would like to prefer the taller guys, but short guys are fine as well.
Okay.
Short, hot guys.
Short, hot guys. And then, so what's your minimum height for a guy? Into the microphone.
5'6", 5'7".
And wait, you're 5'8" though?
Nah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
5'8".
Natasha.
I'm 5'7" and 6 foot is my minimum.
So like 5'11" and 3/4, it's just not...
That's fine, you
Okay.
know, but just make
You know.
a lot taller.
I'm 6'3" in heels, by the way. Go ahead.
I'm 5'8" and I can do like 5'5", but they have to be like muscular. Like they can't
Yeah,
be short
yeah.
and scrawny.
Mm.
And if they're into platform boots, I can go lower.
If they wear platform boots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like little punk short king rock stars. Yeah.
Can you show us your shoes, by the way? I don't know if you can... Oh. Boom.
Those are so sick.
Yeah.
What is that? That's like 6 inches right there?
Oh, it's like.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Wait, can you put them back on really quick? You know what those remind me of?
Carrie.
If you can, what's that?
Carrie.
No. Do you guys remember the Dave Chappelle skit? I'm Rick James, bitch. No, put it back on the shoes. Just keep it on the shoes. There's a scene where Dave Chappelle is like got these dirty shoes on and just digging into Eddie Murphy's couch. And those shoes remind me.
Are you calling my shoes dirty?
Well, no, they're not dirty, but they remind me of the skit, the Rick James skit for some reason. Can you say, fuck yo couch?
Fuck your couch.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Hensley. Yeah, I mean, that's probably that's what, almost 20 years ago. Anyways, Glebus came in with the super chat here. Let me see if I can you pull that up, Eric? Thank you. Question to the panel, ladies, do you prefer a partner to be younger, same age, older? Why don't we start it with, I want to add to this too. So like, would you answer his question, but also would you date an older guy? Hensley?
I definitely try and go older. I find that the average 27, 28-year-old boy has about the mind of a 22-year-old girl, so it evens out.
So wait, a 27, 28-year-old boy, man, has a
mental maturity of around a 22-year-old girl.
Okay, and you're, 19, right?
I'm 22.
You're 22?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Natasha?
I would date within the range of like 4 or 5 years from my age. So
Okay.
anything in between.
Okay.
Rip Glebus. And me. Okay, go ahead.
I don't care about the age, but like 10 years
Sure.
age range,
Okay.
from my age. Oh wait, but not now for the younger ones, because they can't be 8 years old right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, that'd probably get you in a lot of trouble, I imagine. Go ahead, Angelina.
Definitely not younger than me. Like, even guys my age, I'm still like, okay, you have to at least be like 5 months older than me. Unless like, there's obviously some exceptions, but I would say like my age or older, oldest I would go like as an 18-year-old, probably oldest I would go is like 24, 25. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shania?
I usually prefer older. My current boyfriend is turning 26 in November, so this is the youngest I've dated in a while.
Okay. Lori?
I would love the guy I'm dating with is around the same age as me. Like for now, it's like college age would be nice.
Okay. Got it. On this topic, sort of, kind of, not really. And I guess only like 4 of the 6 of you can answer this question. Or I guess you two can answer it too. If the sex is bad, if the sex is trash, is it a wrap? Let's say he checks all your boxes. The guy checks all your boxes. He's attractive, good money, good personality, loyal, but the sex is terrible. It's a no-go. Is it a no-go?
Every part of me wants to say, yeah, it's a no-go, but the recent guy I was just seeing, I stuck around and the sex was trash.
For like a month? Is this the go-go dancer?
It's the go-go dancer, yeah.
Go-go dancer, if you're watching this, you're free to come on the show and challenge Hensley on her assertions. Okay. So you stuck around.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like fun. It just wasn't like, there was no point where he was concerned about me coming, and so it was a lot of just like, oh, this is happening. Okay. Like, it wasn't goal oriented, but it also wasn't like there for the journey. Like,
So you never came with him?
Twice
What?
in 6 weeks. Yeah.
Rip.
I was a little sad.
Hey
about
guys,
it.
in the
Lucky
chat,
girl.
can we get candles, like the vigil candles for Hensley's sex life with her ex-boyfriend?
It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Or RIP. Okay. So did he just didn't know what he's doing, or he just didn't care?
Like I said, I don't use the word narcissist lightly. Like, it was really just like, I think he believed he was making me come, which was even more confusing because after not making me come, he'd be like, I always got you. And I'm like, what do you mean? You literally don't have me.
So were you faking it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. It was.
So he thought you were coming.
He was just really, he was just really proud. He was so sure of himself. And I'm like, you probably shouldn't be this sure of yourself. I think you need to be humbled. But that's how it went.
Okay. So it sounds like you'll stick around for a bit if the sex isn't there.
I'll stick around for a bit if the sex is trash
but,
and I like them enough.
I mean, did you communicate to him step it up or what?
No, and that is where I have to take responsibility for it as well.
Okay. Are you I don't know if this is getting because for some women it's harder to make them come than other women.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely I guess could be I take a little longer, but if I'm really attracted to you and I was so attracted to this guy, it really wouldn't have taken very much.
Oh wow, so even with that.
I kept thinking, I was like, you really just could poke my clitoris at this point and I'll be good, man. No.
Okay. So he never went down on you?
Twice. One of the times was actually a successful one, but the first time we hooked up, he went down on me and he was like, don't worry, babe, you don't have to suck my dick. I just felt like eating you out. And I was like, I wasn't even offering. What do you mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Good times. Wow. So, and you were dating him how long again?
Oh, we weren't even dating. We were just seeing each other for 6 weeks. Yeah. Okay.
Damn. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. So, I mean, it was kind of
I'm not impressed by your performance.
You were not impressed by his performance?
No, I was not.
Hands weren't doing anything?
No.
Nothing.
He didn't try.
Okay. Natasha.
Sex is a huge part of a relationship, and it can actually really affect relationships if someone's not feeling like they're being taken care of. So yeah, if the sex is really bad, I don't think there is a future. Sexual chemistry is important, so I think that should be a factor of, that it's also a biological thing. If you don't have sexual chemistry with someone, that's kind of your body's way of telling you this is probably not the person you should be with. So
I guess just to add on to my question a bit, if the sex is bad the first time, is it a wrap, or are you going to continue to give him a chance? Are you going to try to teach him, or do you want a guy to just kind of get it from the jump?
it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be worked on. I think sex can be improved, but if I don't feel like it can be improved, then it's over. So
okay. We can have you kind of come in on this, right? Like if the first time, if the sex was really bad and it continued being bad throughout the course of your relationship.
I don't know. I don't think I have a word for it.
Okay. Sure. Angelina?
My ex-boyfriend was a virgin when we had our first time. And obviously there are things that need there's things that need working on in when you start having sex with anyone. I think there's just always gonna be things that you need to work on. But yeah, if the sex if we worked on it for months and it was still just trash, which isn't the case most of the time, but if it was, I would probably end it, because that's you're in a relationship because you had sexual chemistry, you were attracted to them, and if you can't step up to the plate on that one, it's probably not gonna end up well.
Okay. Shania?
So wait, are you changing the question to if it's bad the first time, would you go the second, or just keep working on it? What's the question?
Kind of both, because for some women, if the sex is bad the first time, that's it. But if it also continues being bad, is it a wrap?
I think going off what Tasha said, if the first time is bad, if the chemistry is not there or anything, it's definitely something you can work on. I think that's a fun part of sex, is exploration and just kind of figuring out what we like and what kind of helps each other out. But yeah, if they're a little bit more closed-minded, if they're no, I know I'm doing a good job and there's no way around it, then yeah, I think it's time to go our separate ways.
Lori?
Yeah, sorry. If the first time is trash, I will definitely like have a second shot because I believe it could be improved, just like you guys said.
Okay. It's not a deal breaker for me. The sex is bad because we can work on that, I think. I could get with a virgin and figure it out. So, is it a deal breaker for you though? This is related to sex. If the guy's not willing to go down on you, Hensley.
I think we've done this question before.
We have.
Because you don't like going down on girls, right?
Did I say that?
I think you did. I mean, it could be.
It could have been said. It could have been said.
You could disagree.
But I'll give my take at the end. I'll let the panel go around. Or why don't we do this? Maybe we should start over here. Lori, why don't we start over with you?
Oh, suddenly.
Yes.
Alright. If he don't want to go down for me, then I won't go down for him as well. So.
Wait, question. Have you done
No.
that? No. Okay. Shania?
I prefer giving rather than receiving, so it wouldn't be a complete deal breaker, but it is still fun. So, yeah.
Okay. And for you, is it a deal breaker if the guy's just not willing to go down? Or you just would say, I'm not going to reciprocate?
Like, I think it's a mutual thing. Like, I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker.
Okay. Angelina?
I don't like getting, like I'm not into that. But it's just because I've had bad experiences and I'm just, like the idea of it, like, I don't know, not into it. But,
Okay.
like she said, I like giving more than I like receiving. So it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Huh. She's a keeper, boys. Okay. Go ahead.
I have the same idea as Laurie. It's like mutual.
But if a guy didn't want to do it to you,
Mm-hmm.
would you not want to pursue that with him? Pursue a relationship with him? Or would you just be like, that's okay, but I'm not going to go down on you? Okay. Natasha?
When I'm with a guy, when I choose to be with him in that way, I'm going to what I'm comfortable with, right? Like, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that he feels taken care of and pleasured, obviously. But I expect the same, and I enjoy that. So yeah, of course I'd want him to do that. But a deal breaker, I don't know. One of the people that I was with, he didn't do that, and that was just him. He wasn't comfortable with it. He also, I think he was maybe just a bit insecure about it because he was never taught how to do it. So I think having grace with guys in that way, because it is hard, it is difficult to do, and it sucks when you do it and then you can tell that the girl's like disappointed by it or she doesn't get to the point where you want her to be. But so yeah, it's not a deal breaker, but I think you should learn. I think it should be something you do eventually.
Okay. Hensley?
Yeah, no, I think she had a great point, and I would also say like IVing girls out, it's not something I love doing necessarily, but it's more of like I want to please her. So it's more of like giving someone that pleasure more than it is the actual act of doing it. Like, I'm not doing it because it turns me on necessarily. I'm doing it because I want to please or like pleasure them. So I'd say it takes a point away, but again, it like comes with grace. Like, it's not necessarily a deal breaker.
That's a good point about the grace thing. So, but you wanted me to come in on this, Hensley.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, all right, I'm going to probably piss a lot of people off, but whatever. So I haven't gone down on a girl since the Bush administration. No pun intended. That's my stupid little... Okay. Just not really a fan, Not a fan. And I don't... It's like... Why, you might ask?
I don't know, man. That sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. No, but jokes aside, there's a few reasons. The neck, some neck pain, so. She doesn't look happy with that one. And So it sort of comes back to the paying for the first date thing. The dating meta is as such that you have to assume the person you're sleeping with is sleeping with somebody else. So I don't want to go down on a girl that's fucking another guy. Point blank, period. So to me, I don't even want to have sex with a girl who's sleeping with another guy. So, and the dating landscape as it is, and I've said it before, you have to assume that they're probably sleeping with someone else. So for that reason, I don't want to do it.
But didn't we already say that if you're past the point where you're actually like talking to a girl, you've kind of weeded her out that she's not sleeping with other people? So why does that stipulation still count if y'all are to that intimacy stage?
What's that? So
why does that still count if you're to that intimacy stage? Because we talked about earlier that if you were seeing a girl, you've already she's been like an outlier where she's not talking to other people. So if y'all are at that stage of intimacy, you've already assumed she's not fucking other people, but you're still saying that's the reason you're not going to go down on her.
That's one of the reasons. So the other is just honestly not a huge fan of it. But so my philosophy with sex though is she comes first. So she's going to come before me, but I'm going to go about it in other ways besides just going down on her. So personally, just not a fan. If the girl doesn't want to go down on me because of that, that's fine. I don't think it has to be a tit for tat thing, but if that's her standard, then I'll respect it. But yeah, just not a huge fan of it. And I don't know. Plus, also, probably not going to get any fans with this one, but. By the way, Eric, just a question on the center cam. Is the exposure all the way to 0? Here, okay. Thank you, man. So, I totally forgot where I was.
You don't like eating girls out.
Well, no, I remember that part. I don't remember specifically what my... Oh, no, like, so, okay, if we're having sex, right, and she has it... And this is kind of where I think a lot of women maybe get into it. Damned if you do, damned if you... Women get into a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If she's on birth control and we're not using a condom, you know, Hensley, come on.
I don't.
Come on.
Please explain it.
Okay, if you're coming in a girl and the cum is there and then...
Oh, you don't want to eat her out after.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or like a day later or 2 days, like it changes things, Things are different.
Okay.
What? I understand what you're saying.
Are you
the
talking
pH
like the
is
pH
off.
balance? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? The pH of her? It changes the taste and smell.
Yeah, it changes it a bit.
You're getting picky about the pH?
I have sensitive palate, okay? Very sensitive palate.
You're allowed to say you just don't like it. You're allowed to say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think how I can... Also, people cheat too. So there's that too. People cheat. Right, Hensley? Right, Hensley?
Don't use me to define this.
Have you ever cheated on a boyfriend?
Yes.
Boom. Lawyered. Okay. But Hensley, I want to ask you a question. What do you think of men?
Like at the moment or in general?
You know what?
Like
Let's come back. Let's come back to that because I still need to adequately make all the women at the panel hate me. So, going back to the head thing. So, let me ask. I don't know, but you guys seem kind of chill about it. So I don't know if I want to give this example, but and we'll move on. We're gonna move on.
What?
Dude, you can't tease us like that.
Yeah, what?
You were expecting.
Well, so my whole thing is that, but none of you really had no one here was 100% deal breaker. If he won't go down, it's a wrap. So if one of you had said that, my rebuttal would have been that people are free to have sexual preferences. Some people are uncomfortable doing things, and that applies to both genders, both men and women. If a woman is uncomfortable performing a certain sex act, it could be a deal breaker for a guy, but I don't think that we should be, and I don't think any of you shamed me, by the way, but I don't think we should shame people for if they have a sexual boundary, for example. Some women don't want to have anal sex. That's totally fine. Maybe a guy likes anal sex, but that's not a deal breaker for him, or maybe it is, and that's totally fine. That's just a incongruency in terms of what's the word? It's you're just not matching up. There's not I don't know. I can't think of the word, but you guys know what I mean. Whatever. I'm a little burned out right now, so we're gonna do some super chats, and then we're gonna come back to the question I asked. So. Mr. Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man, for the support. Much appreciated. I eat it for my pleasure, and it makes it more gushy on entry. But if something tastes or smells off, I'm gonna embarrass you. You're gonna embarrass the girl. Goddamn, Devon Jackson, ruthless. Yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting question. Like, so, as a guy, like, if it smells off, I don't really know how to approach that. Like, because I feel like even if you're totally diplomatic and polite and you're like, hey, I really like you, but like there's this one thing, would you be willing to maybe, how would you word it to your girlfriend if it's a little funky down there? Hensley, like any suggestions?
I don't know. This is like, that's definitely a hard one. I mean, there can be an open line of communication, and especially if y'all are in a relationship, that might be a lot easier than if it's like a one night. If you're planning a one night stand, you might just have to bear through it. But if it is a continuous thing, I think there is a way to communicate it. It's also really hard because that is such a sensitive, like, that's probably my worst fear ever, is someone going down on me and being like, oh, fucking shower. Like, worst fear ever. I think that's why a lot of girls don't like being in and out, because they're really worried. It's a very private area.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, if it's a relationship, it can be communicated of like, hey, maybe like I think your pH balance, like just going to that chemical of like,
just
I think
matter
your
of fact
pH balance might be a little off. Maybe like we could drink some more water, like have shower sex before we do the foreplay or something like that. But if it is a one night stand and you have every intention of not talking to them again, you're already down there. Either like
what are you
do something else or bear through it.
Yeah. My concern is that even if you do approach it really diplomatically and just very matter of fact, there's not a judgment. It's more just like trying to improve the scenario so that things are better, you know? I still feel like it might
I wouldn't do
rub
it
the girl
during
wrong.
the act. Like I wouldn't stop.
Not
like
during,
I would take
for
her out
sure.
to dinner and be like, hey babe.
Yeah, so that's a tough one. Well, I mean, also the thing is like, what if on the first encounter with a girl and you have but you want to pursue it long term, so you're not in a relationship already, but it's not a one night stand. You want to pursue it, but like on the first time hanging out, like bringing it up, I don't know if you have enough rapport yet, right? To like, because that is a kind of a tough convo. As a guy, from the guy's end, I feel like that'd be tough to bring up and do so in the least a way that would least make her feel bad or insecure about it, you know? So, Natasha, do you want to comment on this?
I don't know. It is difficult because girls do get insecure about that, because it is a thing. It's like a real issue that girls deal with, you know, and it can be the like littlest things that throw it off too, you know? So I don't know, maybe if you guys are close and have a good relationship, maybe you can like say it in a funny way, or you can just like, or if it's like a first time thing, a one night stand, you can just say, hey, I never learned to do that and I'm just not comfortable yet. You just gotta be straight up, like don't sugarcoat it. I don't know.
Angelina?
Repeat the question.
So okay,
Like how to bring it up to someone.
Yeah, like how should a guy bring it up to a girl if it's kind of smells a bit?
Okay. All right. Little story time here, you guys. When I was a freshman, I had a boyfriend.
I thought you were about to like stand up and start wafting the.
No. So when I was a freshman, I had a boyfriend, and I don't want to like go into it because just in case anyone I know is okay. So and like he had that issue. He was like he didn't smell good. For me, what I did, I just never did it again. Oh, I just never did it again. Like I.
Wait. Oh, he had the smell issue.
Yeah.
And it was a boyfriend.
Yeah. And I was young, so I didn't want to go about it. So I was just like, okay, I'm not doing it again. But I didn't say anything about it ever. I was just kind of like.
Could it have been a fluke though? Maybe he didn't shower beforehand. You know.
I mean, it could have been, but like it, like I said, it wasn't something that I'd ever explored again, so I wouldn't have known.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like if I were to go about that, it kind of depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a boyfriend, I feel like you could definitely say like, yo, like. Shower before, or like what if they get back from work or a long day of work or whatever it is, like you can always say like, okay, I'd rather you shower before we do that. But like when it comes to like hookups and stuff, ooh, that's kind of tough.
Oh, I don't know if you were here when we were. Wait, let me. Kiki. Okay. How does a guy tell a girl she smells a bit down there, politely, without offending her?
I just saw the comment about I don't like seafood.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of implied though, a little bit, but I don't think there's a polite way.
Just gotta say it. Just gotta get it out there.
I think it's
Can
like
you text maybe a
embarrassing.
text after the fact?
Yeah. I
Smoke
think it's embarrassing
signals?
for both sides.
Okay. Shania, thoughts?
Yeah, just tell me, dude. I mean, I'm gonna want to know.
Sure.
So I think, yeah, it's gonna kill the mood, but whatever. We can go back to it. Like, let's figure it out. Cause yeah, if I'm just guessing the entire time, like, oh, I wonder how everything's going down there, instead of just being like, hey, maybe we should shower together. Like kind of like what you said. Let's shower together before. But yeah, I want to know. It's like a booger. Like I want to know. Let me know if I have a booger.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, I would say take a shower together is a good thing to say, to figure things out. And of course, if it smells, it means something's wrong. Like sometimes you're gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to some chats here. On the topic, all labia matter. Hashtag all labia matter. Hensley, you're the first one to ask me about this, if I recall. Have you ever, because you're bi,
Yeah.
do you have a labia preference?
What?
I've only eaten innies. I'm open to outies. But in my bisexual experience, it's all been very
Only
nicely
innies.
tucked in.
Most of them are innies, yeah.
Yeah, most are innies.
Rip.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. No, I'm kidding. All labia matter.
Coming from
Hashtag.
the guy who doesn't want to eat it.
What's that?
Oh.
Wait, what?
Coming
what?
from the guy who doesn't even want to eat it.
What are you talking about? What's that got to do with anything?
Damn.
No.
Yeah, what?
You know what? I might be willing to under some. You know what? Maybe it's Valentine's Day. Maybe you might be able to convince me. Maybe, she's a virgin. Maybe,
What?
if she's a virgin,
Oh.
maybe I might do it the first time, and
You're
then probably
hurting your argument here, Brian.
and then never again. I think never again.
Just
What?
One and done.
One time.
One and done on Valentine's.
She's a virgin, and one and done. One
okay,
time.
well, what's your labia preference, even though it has very little...
What's my? Oh, well, I mean, I've told it before, but I have a preference for large labia.
large
The bigger, the better.
Okay. No, I respect that.
Do you guys have? Okay. Is anyone else here bisexual? Do you have a labia preference?
No, I literally don't care.
Okay. Chat, can we get hashtag all labia matter?
Wow, that's embarrassing.
in the chat.
More girls are more open to it than you.
What do you mean? What's embarrassing?
Like you're so against going down on girls.
Why
and
is
you
it-
have two girls here are like,
About what?
that's cool. Going down on girls.
Wait, why is it embarrassing to not want to go down on a girl?
It's not embarrassing to not want to go down on a girl, but just like your argument. Is
My argument is
yeah,
bad.
it's a little flawed.
It's flawed.
Yeah, because first you're like, maybe I'll do it when she's a virgin, but never again. And then you were like,
Oh,
I just
well,
don't
I'm-
like doing it. And then your other argument is like, but if she fucks other guys, like I won't do it.
Well, I'm being a bit hyperbolic there with the Valentine's and the virgin one, but that actually, I mean, to be truthful, that might be a scenario where I might be more willing. But yeah, it ultimately just comes down to kind of a sexual preference or sexual boundary that I have.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's fine. Yeah, I get
just
that.
not
But just
something.
stick with that argument.
Oh, don't say all the other shit.
No.
Yeah, no. So totally.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
totally.
we're
Stop
talking.
yourself there.
We're
Stick
talking.
with the. I'm just not into it. 'Cause
Yeah, it's
I
alright.
stick with that. I'm just not into it.
Yeah,
and
you know.
it's not a problem.
Well, I mean, I want to be honest. Even if that honesty comes at a detriment to me, I still want to be honest.
But you're still being honest by saying you're just not into it.
Right, but I wanted to elaborate.
Don't.
I would recommend not elaborating. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, I know it's probably not a good look when it comes to the ladies, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's a dating show. I don't, whatever.
Well, yeah. In real life, though. In
Oh,
real life,
yeah,
would you say
no.
that?
No,
Okay,
for sure,
okay,
no. Half the
okay.
shit, 90% of the shit I say on the show, I would fucking never say.
Okay.
By the way, I want to make it something clear. Like, if I'm on a date with a girl, I'm not talking about, like, all this, like,
These topics.
dating analysis and dating topics. I don't.
You do small talk.
I do. Do I do small talk?
The weather.
I just like Lori over here. I have very deep philosophical conversations with women I'm dating.
On the first several dates?
Of course,
Wow.
first 30 seconds,
Brian's
Sure.
we're
very
going
deep
deep.
dive.
I'm an incredibly deep and I'm a very brooding individual. So, anyways,
Tongue deep with his words, just not in pussy.
ooh, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Facts. Okay. Hashtag all labia matter in the chat. Okay. Stifler asks, ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, he's
on.
back. Okay. Hensley.
You know I'm sticking with the 10.
Hensley's a 10. Okay. Natasha.
8.
8?
8.5.
I'm a work in progress. That's my answer.
What? Give us a number.
I don't know. I literally couldn't give you an answer. I'm a work in progress. I can't use numbers to rate myself.
Well, I have to warn you, if you refuse to answer this question, we have to open it up to the chat.
That's fine.
Okay, chat, go ahead.
Okay.
Shania?
Without makeup, a 4. With makeup and hair and all that, maybe an 8.
A what? An 8?
8.
Okay. Lori?
I would say 7.
Okay. Nice. Good times. Okay. And then we have, let's see, we got Robert Lewandowski's wife. What the fuck is my husband doing with these 304s? Okay. Thank you, Robert Lewandowski's wife. I guess they're talking about me. Because, yeah, okay. They're all Indonesian 411s with wizard sleeves. Brian's in heaven. Okay. And then we had this. Okay, I think we're here. Hold on. Actually, no. I think we're here. Glebus, thank you for the $10 super chat. Natasha, you are too mature and smart to date boys. You need a man.
Yeah.
You're right. I do. Yeah.
But so you're 19.
Yeah.
But you said you'd only date like a 24-year-old, 23-year-old?
I think anything above 25 for me is just, it's not good.
Not good? Okay. RIP in the chat, boys. Okay. Walker 11 with the 9 British pounds. If you're attractive to her, have the right energy, treat her good, etc., she will already be turned on by you. No need to go down. Food for thought. Shout out Oakland 510. Or is it 510? Whatever. Hey, Walker, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Word? Girls, you want to give your response to Mr. Walker here?
True.
That's facts.
That sucks?
That's facts.
Oh, that's facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. There's other ways you can make a girl calm, so. We got Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. I feel like she has the right to know, just like I would want to know if something smells off, but I take care to make sure I'm clean and good to go, so I expect the same courtesy and have no sympathy. Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But thank you for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. I imagine Brian with pH measurement strips and glasses bringing the smell issue to the girl. $10 super chat. Yeah, you know, I've got them. Actually, you know what? In that drawer right there, if you pull it, there's probably some in there. So, Glebus, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated, man. EG with the $10 super chat. Uncut guys are also insecure about the smell down there. I've heard that. We can go around the panel really quick. Do you guys have a preference for circumcised or uncircumcised? Hensley?
No, and I mean, I've definitely heard the rumor where it's like uncircumcised have a tendency to smell a little more. They have to be a little more clean with it. But I mean, it doesn't affect my preference if the cleanliness is the same.
Sure.
No preference here.
Hey, can you elaborate on that question?
So,
Well,
circumcised versus uncircumcised. Do you have a preference? Do you know what these terms are?
So guys wearing a turtleneck on their dick or just a V line?
Wait, I don't know about that.
What do they in China? Do the men's? How do you say penis in Chinese or in Mandarin? Do you speak Mandarin or Cantonese?
I speak Mandarin, but I don't want to speak like in.
Into the mic, please.
Oh, okay.
How do you say penis in Mandarin? Okay,
Wait,
don't worry about that. Maybe they might be uncircumcised in Asian countries. Anyone in the chat does?
it's more common to be like uncircumcised in other countries. Just a little bit.
I think it's honestly just the U.S. and like a few other countries where circumcision is the norm. But okay, we'll skip you. Circumcised or uncircumcised?
I feel like I don't really have like enough experience to know like what I actually prefer. But like based off what I do know, probably circumcised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only dealt with circumcised, so I'd like to think I'm open to everything, but I just haven't seen them circumcised.
Okay, and I'm going to answer for Lori. She has no idea what that is, I assume. Okay. EG, thank you for the $10 super chat. Davenport with this is Walker's sleeper account, by the way. Walker or Davenport with the 9 British pounds. We should have a trans woman on this, one that is bisexual. That would be interesting. I actually was talking to a girl who's trans, but I invited her on and she was down. But she started talking about like wanting to do mushrooms on the show and shit. So we'll see. That could be interesting though. But my concern with that is I don't want this show to be like, I try not to be politically correct on the show, but if we have someone who's trans on the show, I assume the topic of the trans stuff would come up. And that's obviously a very sensitive topic. And frankly, it's not one I really want to go into. I don't think it's one I really want to share my thoughts on, but that's a surefire way to just attract a lot of controversy, and that's just not really a topic I want to really dive too deep on to this show. But anyways, Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. I had a girl tell me she showered before coming to see me, and I pulled off her panties and caught a whiff and was like, "You said you showered right?" Because I'm starting not to believe you. Not to believe you. Okay. Devon Jackson just absolutely roasting the women he's seeing. Okay. Adolf Mealler. He's back. Adolf Mealler. He's going to start talking about the Führer bunker again. Okay. I don't know if guys in the chat, it's kind of a bit questionable. I don't know if I should be allowing this. Can you guys give me some input on, anyways, but I do appreciate your Canadian $10, Adolf Mealler. Thank you very much. It's like a cat doing the Sieg Heil. I don't know if I should. Adolf, I might have to have you. I don't know. Guys, is it pushing it? I don't know. Shania and Tasha are based. They remind me of happier times.
What does based mean?
Based just means you're a fucking legend.
Okay.
So, do you have a response to the Nazi cat?
Oh, that also reminds me of happier times, except for
What,
what
the-
he's doing. Not.
Oh,
what he's
I thought
doing
you were
with
about to
cat.
say the
I just
fucking-
love the cat. You could just change.
That
the little
reminds me of
pose.
happier times, bro. What?
No, not like that.
Okay,
I love the cat, just
Natasha's
not
a sleeper National Socialist. Okay. Walker with the 450 British pounds. Help me out, fellas. One in the chat for Brian to scrap the labia segment. 2 to keep it. I'll start 1. Okay. The chat does not like my constant mentioning of labia. Okay, 1 in the chat if you want me to never mention all labia matter again, or 2 to keep talking about labia. Because I'm a feminist, guys. I'm an advocate for women, and I think it's unfortunate that women are shamed if they have a large labia.
The 2's killing it.
Yeah, you got 2s.
Hella 2's.
Yeah, that's right.
They won't
Hashtag all labia matter in the chat, boys. Thank you very much. Walker11, how dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay. Everyday Edgar with the $10. Brian, the type of guy to blame the girl for not being able to get it up. I mean, Everyday Edgar got roasted last time by Kara, so he's back now to roast me. Listen, I think that's the only way you can play it right. If you don't get it up right. I don't know. Okay. Look, sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes you're nervous. Sometimes it's the chick's fault. She's being goofy or weird or whatever. It is what it is. Okay, Hensley's laughing at that one. Hensley, have you ever had an issue with a guy, since we're on the topic, he couldn't get it up?
Yeah, my first boyfriend, the one who took my V card, actually, it was like a bit of an issue for a little because like I was new to it. I didn't know what an orgasm was. I couldn't really get there, and he was way more experienced. He was way more used to girls being able to come, so he started getting in his head about not being able to make me come. And then it was like, I don't know, it was weird. It's like you could tell immediately when he started getting like in his head about stuff, and then he'd get so in his head that he would go soft, and I'd be like, stop.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely I've had experiences where I've been with women that are like insanely orgasmic to the point where they can come in like 10 seconds just from penetration. And then to go from that to a girl that
You really
basically
have to work
cannot
for-
come from just penetration. She's going to need like hand on her clit, something, toys, whatever it may be. It can definitely be a bit of a shift because it like, as a guy, it turns you on if your girl's coming. It's fucking hot if she's coming and you're fucking. So, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I kind of get that, but I mean, there's definitely women out there that it takes a bit more to get them to come. It takes a bit longer, or they need additional stimulation. So, I mean, maybe he just hadn't yet experienced.
Yeah, no, it was
that,
definitely
so.
it was big on like he's like, I've always been able to make a chick come in like under 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, just keep working at it, champ. And he was, and then his dick went soft, which didn't help the scenario.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting, like the range for women. Like I think a lot of men, well, there's a range with men too, but like there's a pretty substantial range, I think, when it comes to women and their orgasm response. Like anywhere from multiple orgasms, squirter can like come in 10 seconds, will repeatedly come every 10, 15 seconds, to some women just even from clitoral stimulation just can't come. And then you'll have like in between where they'll need clitoral stimulation and all that stuff. So there's definitely a wide range, and you never know. The Rubik's Cube. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to say Wait, was I going to open it up to? I asked you. About guys not being able to get it up, Natasha.
What about it exactly?
Have you encountered that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, she reports no issues on that front.
Wait, what's the
Oh,
question?
okay, we're gonna skip you. Angelina.
No. There was actually, wait, I lied. So I've only ever had sex with condoms. Like I won't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like too scared.
Even in like a relationship?
Really? Yeah, I was.
Are
in a
you on birth
relationship
control?
for-
Have you ever
no.
been on birth control?
Well, I was on it once for like 2 weeks and I got off. I like wouldn't do
You
any
didn't like it?
hormonal. No.
Okay.
So the only time that he ever like went soft was because there was a condom that we used that had, it was like a her pleasure condom, and it had like something on it that basically made like his dick go numb. And like he literally the stuff on the condom made his dick go numb. He couldn't feel it.
Yeah, those.
Yes,
I've
you know what I'm
tried that
talking about,
once
yeah.
before, and it's like it numbs you. It's terrible.
Yeah,
those are terrible.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Or like if it like restricts them too much, like the band around, it can like end up like restricting. Do you know what I mean? Like
How big was his dick? God damn.
no, like not big. No,
Okay.
but there's like sometimes
Rip.
some condoms are smaller than others. No, like
No, yeah, yeah.
okay. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Shania.
I have not had that problem.
Okay. Lori, I guess not. Okay. So on the topic of birth control, you'll never get on it, you think?
No, unless it's non-hormonal.
Okay, so always condoms.
Yeah.
So we'll go around the table really quick because I'm curious about this. Always condoms. Will you get on birth control at some point? Thoughts on birth? Like, are you on birth control?
Yeah, as soon as I turned 15, my grandma was like, "You're going on birth control." I was like, "I'm not having sex." She's like, "I don't care, because the day you come in here with a boy and you want to have sex, I won't be able to get you on birth control. So we're doing it now." So I've had the arm implants since I was like 16, and then just recently I had it taken out because my arm developed a weird twitch. I was like, I don't like that. So I just switched to the pill.
Okay, and that's called Implanon, right?
Nexplanon.
Nexplanon. Okay, got it. Okay.
I've never been on birth control. I just use protection.
So always use condoms, even in a committed long-term relationship.
I mean,
Oh, she's slipped. You've slipped up or what?
Yeah.
Can you tilt the microphone down towards you just slightly?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in a committed relationship and I know that I'm at a place in my cycle where I'm not going to get pregnant, like. why
Okay,
not?
so you track or
I do,
whatever?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. For me, okay, so I was on birth control for Accutane. I don't know if you know what Accutane is. Yeah. So I was on birth control, and you either have to pledge abstinence or go on birth control. I wasn't having sex at the time, but I wanted to regardless, just to see like how it made me feel, because I heard like some good things about it. So I wanted to go on it. 2 weeks in, I like hated it. I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I got off. So for me, if I were to ever go on birth control, it would have to be non-hormonal, and then I would get ovulation strips, so I could test if I was ovulating or not, and then I wouldn't have to use condoms. But I would always use condoms if I wasn't dating the person. That's just yeah.
So Natasha, would you be open to a non-hormonal birth control, like an IUD?
No, honestly. I don't like birth control. I don't think it's good for women.
Yeah.
Well, even something that's non-hormonal. I mean, I know there's side effects to like a copper IUD, for example.
Yeah, there's side effects to every type of birth control that you can take,
Yeah.
and it's not natural. It's not good for you. That's just me.
What do you think about?
What?
Never mind.
No, tell me.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, are you against medicine, like taking medication, or?
No, I'm not against taking medication, but if
Be gentle with that cup, by the way.
Sorry,
You're
I'm
just
playing with it this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not against medication, but if it's unnecessary and I can fix it a more natural way, then I'll definitely do that for sure. So.
Okay. Shania,
I am not on birth control, and I favor condoms.
would you ever get on birth control, or have you ever been on birth control?
I have, and it completely fucked me up. So I would not be happy about it, but I would be open to going back on it.
Lori?
I think with or without birth control, we should always use condoms, because it's a way to prevent disease, I guess. It is
No, that's a totally reasonable stance.
right, and I don't think I'll ever go to birth control the same reason as Natasha, because my parents are doctors and they told me just don't use unnecessary medication.
We'll just ask you. So would you ever be on birth control?
No.
Never be on birth control?
No.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. So related to that, I do want to ask, let's say you're with a partner, a boyfriend, and I think this is a lot of guys would, if they're in a committed relationship with a girl, a lot of guys would probably want to have sex without a condom if they're in a relationship with a girl. That's not every guy's expectation, and I want to make it clear, it's ultimately the woman's choice, but some men do have a preference for having sex without a condom. So I'm trying to think how I want to phrase this question, but you guys have kind of already answered it, but my question would be, if you were dating a guy, in a relationship with a guy, and he wanted to have sex without a condom and you didn't, do you think that's, I don't know, I'm sorry guys, I'm struggling on how I'm going to articulate this question, but do you guys sort of get what I'm going towards? Yeah. So I guess my question is, do you think it's fair for men, one of their standards for being in a monogamous relationship with a girl, if that standard is, I want to be able to have unprotected sex with my girlfriend, do you think that's unreasonable for a guy? We'll start here with you, Lori.
If you don't want to wear a condom, just you will never have a chance to have sex with me.
That's fine. Shania?
No, I don't think it's unreasonable. I've heard that it's pretty uncomfortable, so I want you to feel comfortable while we're doing this. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I said before, I wouldn't be happy about it, but if we talked about it and be like, okay, this is why I want to do it, give me 3 reasons why I should go on birth control. And if you can give me 3 reasons, I'll go on birth control.
For me, if that's one of their standards, one of my standards is that you wear a condom, and I'm the one who would end up getting pregnant. So if that's really a standard for you, I don't think it's unreasonable at all. But just, you're going to have to find someone else who will uphold those standards.
Sure.
Same as Laurie and
Angelina.
Angelina.
You're good.
Sorry.
Natasha?
Oh, yeah. If we're in a relationship, I would say that we don't have to, as long as I'm not able to get pregnant at that time. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with no condom. I'm more of in a relationship, that's totally fine. And I'd say I've also just come to a point where I've communicate that I want them to get tested before we have sex, because I'm not the biggest fan of condoms either. So it's more of just go get tested and we're all good. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, preferences can kind of go, sorry, there's a truck passing by. Yeah, I think both men and women are entitled to have preferences and standards and boundaries. And if for men, if one of their, because I know some guys they just don't even, they'd almost rather not have sex if they have to have sex with a condom. Mm-hmm. So women are free to say we have to have sex with a condom, and men are free to say I want to have sex without a condom. And if that's a deal breaker for either party, then you're just not the right fit for each other. So anyways, we're gonna get back to super chats here, and then we're gonna open it up to final thoughts, and we're gonna wrap up. Let's see here. Trying to find where it is. Let's see. Oh, I think we just got one here. Glebus LA with the $10 super chat. Not true about uncut guys. If you take shower every day like you should, you will never have any smell issues. And if you do, check with your doctor. Glebus, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Much appreciated. Did we miss any, or I think that's it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I want to open it up. Final thoughts. Do you have a question for the panel? Do you have a question for me? Do you have a question for chat? Or just a final thought? Hensley.
I kind of want to hear your answer for that last question you just
Which
asked. The one with the condoms, because you said you have the expectation that a girl is always fucking other guys. So where does that stop, and where does the condom, like, I don't know, do you fuck with or without a condom?
Well, I don't know how much that relates to the whole, well, it kind of relates to the if they're fucking someone else thing, right? So, I mean,
Because you said they could always cheat. That's why you don't eat girls out.
Right. Okay. No, I see where you're going with that. So, as far as my preference, using a condom, not using a condom, not using a condom feels much better. Oftentimes, like, just being totally honest, like, sometimes I'd rather just not even have sex if I have to have sex with a condom. And if, like, but again, I totally respect if the girl wants to use a condom, we can use it, or we just don't have sex. So I want to get that out of the way. But yeah, I do think that, I mean, it just feels way better, you know? And it's kind of, there's no going back, you know? There's definitely condoms out there that are ultra thin, and that feels a bit better, but yeah, gotta be honest, like, not a huge fan of condoms, but if that's like 100% necessity for the girl, I'll do it. But, like, you know, I would prefer to not use a condom. So, as far as if she's like the potential to cheat, to me, I think it's more intimate to go down on someone than to have sex with them. I think, anyways. So, I don't know, because, like, the mouth, like, there's not, like, taste receptors on my dick, you know? So, you know.
Just the possibility of pregnancy and having a 18-year commitment with that person.
What do you mean?
Like, your dick will get her pregnant, though, or could get her pregnant kind of thing.
Sure.
So, but you don't consider that a more intimate bonding thing than your mouth? Just because you can taste it?
It's more, I don't know if intimate is the right word, but it's more,
It's a mental thing, I think.
like, I'll have sex with a girl, no problem. Going down on a girl, that's another story.
So it's intimate for you just because it's not something you're into. So, like, if you do it with a girl, you find it more intimate because, like,
Because
if you're doing it, yeah, that means you're more.
I
you
never
feel
do it.
like more attracted to her in a way
Sure.
where you would want to do things you wouldn't want to do normally.
Yes.
So that's why I find it more intimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good save.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, Valentine's Day, maybe with a virgin, or she's like, you know, maybe low body count, maybe. She's going to have to buy me flowers and chocolate, though. Obviously.
You deserve nothing.
Because that's what happens on Valentine's Day, right? Guys get chocolate and flowers. Okay, so final thought or question for the panel, Natasha.
I came here actually with some, like, questions, but I thought we were going to have, like, a more controversial, like, conversation.
Everyone's too nice.
Everyone's so chill
Okay,
right now.
Natasha, this is your goal. Just trigger all the other girls here.
You guys are just,
Everyone was too nice. I know.
Everyone was way too nice. Like,
Next time,
for sure.
you know what? I had a girl that I thought would be really good to mix up with you because, because I think you guys would definitely get into a little thing, which is not a fight, but, like, you guys would have a debate. So, yeah, unfortunately, everyone was just kind of, I mean, you kind of challenged me a little bit, Lori, on the virgin thing.
Yep, because that's just the environment I grew up in. Like, maybe it's just kind of different, right?
Well, when you say your environment, do you mean broadly China, or do you mean just amongst your...
Broadly China.
Broadly China.
Yeah.
So people aren't, like, really fucking like that in China? How many, what's the population? 1 billion?
That's a lot.
Over 1 billion?
Yeah, over 1 billion. Like,
you gotta be fucking if to have that high of a population. But go ahead.
Yes.
But so of your friend group, let's say, are most of them virgins?
My friend group, you mean my, like, Chinese friend group?
Sure, yeah.
Yes, and like most of them are still virgin, and several like maybe lost their virginity when they're in college, which is definitely after 18 years old.
Well, I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to be a virgin. No offense, Hensley.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. But I don't know. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
You're fine.
That wasn't a. God, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. Okay. Well, I think that's a good thing, though. That I think virginity should be something that is valued, because the fact of the matter is, men value sexual purity in women. I mean, and that could mean she's a virgin, or she just is very picky about who she sleeps with. She has a low body count. That is something that a lot of guys care about, a woman who has few sexual partners. So I think it's a good thing. All right, we got Brandon in the chat here. Hold on, I'll get to that super chat in a sec. But Brandon, I see you. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Wait, so okay, were we going around on something?
Yeah.
Oh, final thoughts, right? Okay. So we got Natasha, but you didn't really give so much a final thought. Can you just trigger everybody, Natasha? What do you got?
I guess, okay. Well, here's a question I've heard. Like, what would you guys, that's actually, I don't know if I want to say that.
Say it.
That
There's
looks really
so
bad.
much teasing
No, just say
going
it,
on.
say it,
You
say
gotta
it.
do it.
Okay. I'm just curious, like, would you get,
No, say it, just say it.
would you guys ever get with a man who is bisexual?
Honestly,
Totally, yes.
no.
You say no?
Yeah, and I
that's
only say
surprising.
that, and I only say that just because I don't honestly like. It's just personal preference. Even though I am bi, I know that's shocking, and it's not a total like, oh, absolutely not. But it is something where I would probably feel really insecure.
Really?
Yeah, I would feel really insecure because I would just feel like, what if he leaves me for a man?
Yeah.
And I think also like, for our society, okay, so let's say I was with a guy and he ended up leaving me for another guy. It would look bad on me. Like, people would make fun of me for that, and that's just how our society is. And not saying that it's a bad thing that he left me for a guy, but like, that's how people would be like, damn, like, you really got left for a guy, like, that's embarrassing. And so I think it's something like that.
That is
It's,
true.
if I get left for a woman, it's like, well,
It's a woman.
you were
so-
looking for the same things, but it's like, you left me because I couldn't give you like what a man can give you.
Yeah.
I think it's just a whole issue of insecurity, but that's not because I'm insecure with myself. I don't know. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Did everybody get to answer that?
No.
So you said yes, Lori.
Yeah.
You would date a bi guy.
No, I think like I will not like set up my standard because of his sexual orientation, because I'm not labeling myself as bi. It's because I do not have that much chance to explore. I'm like questioning, so I will not ask for my dating partner for like committed to women and only attracted to women.
Wait, so you're bi then? Or bi-curious?
I'm questioning.
Questioning.
Bi-curious.
Okay, cool. So yes, you would consider dating a bi guy.
Yes.
Shania?
Yeah, I'd be totally down.
Okay. Angelina? Or you already answered. Would you date a bi guy?
Yes, for me.
Okay. Well, before we have Natasha answer, Hensley?
Yeah, that kind of seems to be my type.
Bi guys.
Yeah, secretly bi guys.
Okay. Natasha, you go and I'll give my take on this.
I'm not sure really how to explain it, but I wouldn't. Like, bi men, it's just, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being bisexual, having a different sexual orientation. But me personally, I'm looking for someone who is, I don't know, it just is completely different. I feel like bi men and straight men, they're just completely different.
Is it like a masculinity thing?
It
Because
is.
if it is, I totally like that's what I
Yeah.
think. Like I think it's a masculinity thing. And when you look at majority of bisexual guys, at least from my experience, what I've seen with my own eyes, majority of bisexual men are very feminine.
Yes.
Or like you think about it like as in like, if I have sex with this person, like what's it going to be like? And you think of a traditionally like straight masculine male, it would probably be a lot different than what you would get out of a bisexual guy.
Yeah.
And they might have different asks of you. Like, they might want you to, like, peg them, and that might not be something that you're, like, masculinity could be an important thing. For me, since I'm bi, it's like, it honestly just depends on the person, or like what I'm feeling. But that's something that I definitely think, like, you know, those asks of a bi person could be a lot different than a straight guy.
Yeah, that is true. It does have to do a lot with masculinity.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely guys who are bi or even gay. Like, not every gay or bi guy is this, like, flamboyant, effeminate. There's some very masculine gay men. But I think it goes beyond just the masculinity part. I think part of it, well, I won't say part of it, but I think for a lot of women, the thought of being intimate with a partner and then you knowing that it might be a bit of a turnoff, like, oh, he got fucked in the ass. Just to bring it there.
It's
like,
just a matter of masculinity.
It's just like, if you ask most women, like, I mean, we could go around on this. Like, if you knew this panel is kind of quite diverse so I don't know if you'd be in a situation where you would just hook up with a guy. I'd get the sense that from some of the girls, you're not super into just very casual hookups, but I think a lot of girls would have an issue hooking up with a guy who got pegged the night before, or it's not even pegged, who got fucked the night before by a guy. So, could be wrong though. Could be wrong. So Natasha would not do it. Yeah. Okay. Any other heated things, Natasha? You said you had the list, so.
I mean, I had a couple questions. Like, the last panel that we had on, you know, a lot of the girls, they liked to engage in hookup culture and a lot of casual sex. So I was going to ask if the girls, how they felt about hookup culture and if they found it empowering. Because that's what a lot of girls I find are saying nowadays, that it's empowering. And I was, that was my question. I don't know if you guys want to answer that, but.
We'll start with Hensley. Go ahead.
I think hookup culture is empowering, but I don't think girls do it right. I think they go into hookup culture thinking if I give this guy what he wants, which is probably sex, then he's going to fall for me because I'm amazing and unique and I'm wonderful, and then they don't do that, and then they get their hearts broken, or they fall into bad relationships where it just started with a hookup. I think hooking up can be great, but you staying actually emotionally attached is something I so rarely see in women, so that's where the split happens.
You mean hookup culture for only girls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't like hookup culture.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because, wait, I have to organize that.
Yeah. Angelina?
Oh, yeah. I personally don't, like, partake in hookup culture. I mean, like, I used to. I had my times, but, like, it's not something that I, like, enjoy, and it's not something that I, like, engage in. And I don't, like, think that it's really an empowering thing either. I don't think that it's not empowering, but I think it's just, like, very dependent on who you are and why you're doing it. But that's just, like, I don't know. That's just me. I'm not into hookup culture.
Shania?
I also have not participated in the hookup culture. However, I do totally understand where the empowering thing can come from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, first time I had sex, I felt like I could fucking walk on water, dude. Like, I was like, I did that. Like, holy moly. So I totally get it. Like, I understand. Like, it's a good feeling afterwards. But I just don't think I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same. I think hookup can be empowering, but just as Hensley said, like, most women just get emotionally attached. Like, my friends, she will start questioning herself, do I ever see that man again? Like, but he's just so cute, and, like, things don't end up well. So, yeah, maybe people who choose to do that need to do that right to get the power.
Do you want to come in on this, Natasha?
Yeah, I mean, if the panel was different, like, maybe my opinion would stand out a bit more, but it's kind of the same as you guys. Like, I don't find hookup culture to be empowering, and I feel like the people that are teaching us that it's empowering aren't aren't people that we should look up to. Like, I don't know if you guys have probably heard that Megan Thee Stallion song where she's all, dick don't run me, I run dick. And she's like a lot of our female influences that are in like pop music today, and I'm just gonna talk about that for a sec. Like, they all talk about like having a roster, and they all talk about like get that bread, get that head, then leave. And they talk about like having all these different options. When girls, like, why are they preaching all of that when that is not what women innately want? Like, we want trust, we want love, we want to bond with people. And I don't find that to be empowering. So it's like, why is this being pushed upon us? And then you have communities of college girls going out and sleeping, like Brian said in last podcast. He was all, first quarter 20 girls. Or 20 guys for one girl, like a girl getting 20 bodies in her first quarter. And that is like, it doesn't feel good to have sex with multiple people who don't care about you. It feels so much better to be with one person who you trust, who is loyal to you, who you know is there to pleasure you and you're there to pleasure them. And it's just like a better experience, you know? And so it's really unfortunate that this whole like feminist idea of hookup culture, like we're taking back our power, we're being girl bosses, all this stuff. Like, how is sleeping around with shitty men empowering? It doesn't make sense. And it's also like having a bunch of hookups with shitty guys, that's leading you to dislike men more, and it just keeps the cycle going. Like, I feel like it was all set up to be that way. I don't know, it's just messed up.
Yeah,
that was a lot to say right there, but
to add on, like, I agree with what you say for sure. I think, like, for me, like, I think sex is empowering, but I think it's empowering when it's with someone you, like, love. It's not, like, for me, like, I almost feel, like, not guilty after I, like, you know, hook up with someone that I'm not, like, totally, like, I don't have feelings for or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not guilt. It's more just, like, damn, that really didn't do anything for me. Like, yes. And I feel like it just invokes more worry and more anxiety than it does, like, making me feel empowered. I'd rather just do it with someone that I have a genuine connection with. Like, I think that's like another thing too here, especially in Santa Barbara. Like, hookup culture is like vast. Like, hookup culture is everywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's like, when you have that disconnect with hookup culture in the way that like I do, or like any of the other girls do on like with this panel, mm-hmm. it can make you actually, it can end up like making you kind of like a loner. It can end up making you feel a little bit out of place, like at like morning afters when you're talking with your roommates or whatever, and you're talking about what happened. They all have, you know, their little stories to tell. You kind of feel like a little bit of adrift with that. Like, it's so, hookup culture is very, very normalized, especially in college towns. Like, here, hookup culture is like everything. Like, mm-hmm. and I didn't think, I knew it was gonna be like that coming here, but I didn't realize it was like that bad. So now it's like, you know, I'm very much so like a person who likes emotional connection over anything else, but here it's like, oh, you have to be really careful with who you even if a guy tells you like they have, you know, very they want a girlfriend and they don't do all that hookup bullshit. They probably do, and they're probably just telling you that because they think that you're gonna have sex with them if you say that.
Word. I mean, I'll put it simply. Guys don't want to marry the town bicycle. Okay. Hensley, did you want to come in on this?
I mean, I think, again, it just comes to expectations when you go into it. Like, if you're really pining after a relationship or you want someone to genuinely care about you, I think you're trying to fill some type of void in yourself with another person instead of, I mean, just, like, I'm absolutely in love with myself, and that's why I don't do relationships, because I realize really all they do is affect my emotions and affect me in other ways, and I don't want to have to put all this energy into another person when I can put all my energy into myself and making myself better. Like, I'm not going to date until I'm 30, because I see all these relationships in people in their 20s, and it's just kind of fucking tragic. And it's because everyone's just looking for a partner to give them that boost of serotonin, to give them that validation, so they don't have to work on themselves, so they don't have to be self-aware. And so, like, I come to, like, I'm not sleeping around all the time. I really don't do that, but I am involved in the hookup culture of, like, I don't get more involved with men because I'm very happy just being by myself and being independent. I don't seek anything else out from another human being. I'm quite content within myself. And so I think when we're young and we're just looking for relationships, we're just trying to fill some void in ourselves that we aren't happy just being by ourselves.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm on the opposite side of like the hookup culture stances, but I totally like like would be with myself over anyone any day. Because like for me, you know, I can have like 100 guys in my DMs, like not saying that I do. I'm just saying like I could have 100 guys in my DMs hitting me up, and at the end of the day, like I'm just not interested. I would rather, you know, I have stuff to do. I have a job. I have, you know, I work out every day. Like I have more important things to do for myself first, rather than taking that energy and putting it into someone else. So I totally get what you mean by that. And if you want to use hookup culture because, or if like you want to partake in hookup culture because it means you're not putting your energy into someone else, you're just, you know, like getting pleasure for yourself, that's totally fine. I just think for me, like I would put too much energy into the anxiety following hookup culture, because then you have to worry about like, you know, I'm not on birth control, so I'm like, what if I get pregnant? What if I get an STD? What if, you know?
I just have to point this out. Entertain Me is shooting his shot. Angelina, please hook up with me.
No. Okay.
Sorry, Entertain Me. Please stay in the chat though. Okay. Did you want to continue?
No, that's pretty much all I was saying. Just like, you know, energy. I totally get her energy thing. Energy is super fucking important. And if you feel like you can have intimate relationships with someone without putting energy into it, then do it. But if you don't feel like you can, then don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
By the way, I just want to address this comment. Adolf Meowler. Yeah, dude, my energy is like super low today. I don't know. Normally I'm a little more chipper, but yeah, I definitely struggling a bit through this episode. But we have Chase Paisley here in the chat, Mr. Chase. He wants to know your guys' body count. We can go around really quick on that. Body count.
Men or men and women?
Both, or just let's do men. Break it down.
Men like 15, men and women like 25.
-3.
0. 0.
That's fine.
Mine's 3.
1.
0.
Wait, it's 1?
It is.
But you have a current boyfriend.
I do.
Ooh.
But you... Wait, I'm confused.
So she
Wait,
doesn't have
hold
sex
on.
with her current boyfriend.
And so you said was it the 3rd or 4th date with your previous guy that you lost it?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been seeing your current boyfriend?
About a month, maybe more.
So I'm just curious, for the first guy you had sex with, you're now making your current boyfriend wait?
We have not had an opportunity to. We both still live at home. And
With
so
the parents?
Kind of more out of respect for our parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's 25?
He is.
Okay. The back of a Miata? Like a car?
A Miata?
We're both very tall
Why would
people.
what? Have you seen him?
Oh, they are tall. Yeah,
We're
she's
both
6'2".
extremely tall people.
And you said comfort was a big thing for you too.
Comfort's a big thing. So
Yeah,
you know,
I could see that.
you can
Car sex ain't it?
You can do something, but it's very tough to have a 6'4" and a 6'2" person.
Just
chill.
Wow. Okay. 2 people both living with their parents. How's that gonna ever play out? You waiting for your parents to go out of town? Like how?
There's a few weekend trips planned.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Rock and roll. Good times. And then you said 0. Oh yeah, you already said 0. Duh. Okay. So that was your final thought. You had some more. I was really hoping you'd come in and trigger everyone, but
it's hard to
next
trigger
time.
this group, so
Next time.
next time.
Do you have a final thought or question for the panel?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Angelina,
What's your body count?
what's my body count?
Yeah. 7.
I'll let everyone guess.
I don't know. I can't
And
I
if somebody
literally can't
guesses
tell.
the exact number, actually no, I don't want to do that. I'll just say, you can guess. Go ahead, Hensley.
I know.
2.
You think 2? Okay.
I'm gonna guess 6.
5.
13.
I don't care.
Wait, how old are you?
Wait, how old are you?
33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 12, 13.
Yeah, I'll go with a 10.
Those were all wonderful guesses. But as a man of God, no, I'm kidding. I do not disclose my body count.
Why though?
I don't kiss and tell.
Why
Secret
though?
virgin.
You think so?
Oh my God. Wait.
Huh?
He could be.
Hensley, will you be my first?
I thought she was.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, Kiki? No,
Kiki.
Kiki, her virtue is intact. I have not laid with Kiki.
Where did the baby come from then?
Do you see the?
Just like
I don't
you.
think that's his. I don't think that's
Do you
his.
see the complexion?
It looks just like you.
Do you see how pale I am? Look at this. I don't think. There's some paternity fraud going on with Kiki. I'll tell you that much. But no, I don't kiss and tell. I'm a very discreet individual, so that is something I will not share.
But you have a dating show.
Yeah, what? You're not discreet. You were just talking about what it's like eating girls out and why you don't like it.
There's some things I will talk about.
Wait, I'm not going to ask you what it is, but like, is it because you're embarrassed of it? Is it because you don't want, no, I'm not saying that in a mean way, but like, is it because you don't want people to be able to make a perception off of you, like in these types of shows? Like, is that why?
Or do you honestly
Because like,
not
if you
know?
pull up and you're like, oh, I have 2 bodies, like, and you're talking big game, people can use that against you. But if you say like, oh, I have 23, people can also use that against you. Like, okay, you're a whore.
Precisely.
Why are you talking? Okay.
Precisely.
That's okay.
Either way, someone's going to judge. So, someone says we knew Brian was pulling in the early YouTube days. I mean, I can neither confirm or deny any of these allegations. Shania, final thought or question for the panel?
Not really. I mean, I kind of came in here totally not knowing what to expect, and man, everyone had such mature and thoughtful answers. I'm so proud of all you guys. But it was fun. It was definitely fun.
You guys were too nice, to be honest.
Really?
We neted more. We needed some debate.
I can be controversial, but like I need a controversial panel. Like this isn't controversial enough,
Okay, how about it'll fall on me. Sorry, I didn't mean to almost slap you there. I'm very expressive with my hands. Let me see.
Or I'll write you some questions to ask.
Controversy.
Oh, that's what you should do. You should have the ladies write your questions.
Yeah, because that's like you can like she was asking some good questions. If you were asking those, like I can guarantee like there would be some heated ass conversation.
Well, some of the questions I did ask could have elicited some controversial stuff, but you guys were just too nice, I think. Okay, how about this? All right, I got some notes here. I got you. Okay, I don't want to date single mothers.
That's fine.
Fair.
I don't think men should date women with children. Well, okay, hold on. I don't think most men should date single mothers.
It's up to their discretion.
Fun fact, Elvis refused to fuck mothers.
Damn. And Young Gravy.
I mean, I said I don't like to
what
go
he does,
down on
right?
women. I mean,
That's all
that
he
was
does?
kind
Young
of.
Gravy? Yeah, he's like totally on
Unless
the
it's
rails.
Valentine's Day. Okay, let me see here. I like submissive women.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's literally sexual preference.
Outside of the bedroom, I like submissive women.
That's fine.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, because there is a stereotype of like Asian women being submissive and shit, and I just don't think that's the way. Like maybe you have like an SM thing going on. I don't know if that's it, like what you're trying to say, but if you are like not in a relationship that both of you are okay with it and you expected her to be submissive, listen to you, like everything you said, I don't think that's reasonable.
I didn't say that. To me, submission is just willful cooperation. So I don't want a girl that's going to be a headache. I don't want a girl that's... I already have to go out into the world and compete with the world and contend out. I have my own business. So I already have a stressful job. The last thing I want to do is go home to a combative woman that's constantly... I don't want a challenging woman. I want a calm, relaxing, mellow, demure woman. And that's not to say that I want a woman that is a doormat. I want a woman who has her own thoughts and opinions, and who has strong convictions. But I want her to be cooperative, willfully cooperative.
I think that just breaks down into semantics too. I mean, like, submissive is considered like you're the dom, but I mean, the way you're explaining it, I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, being calm and mature and coordinative is not like exactly the same with submissive.
Well,
I know what you mean.
I mean,
get what
because
you're
a lot
saying.
of women are not. They want men to be leaders, but they're not prepared to follow his lead. So a lot of women will say, I want a guy who's ambitious. I want a guy who's dominant. I want a guy who's masculine. I want a guy who's X, Y, Z. But when he's ready to lead, you're going to want to be like, no, I want to do this. And just, you're not. Here's the thing. In a dance, I don't know if you guys are familiar with ballroom dancing. By the way, I fucking hate dancing. So that's another thing. Someone has to lead in a dance. If both people are trying to lead, that doesn't work. So a lot of women want the guy who has the characteristics that can lead, but they don't want to let him lead. And that's where I think a lot of the issues are. That's why I think there's a lot of issues in modern relationships.
I think it literally is so dependent on the relationship at hand. There's so many different, like, it's such an umbrella category to be like dominant and submissive, because there's so many different things that can go into like a relationship or that kind. Like, the way I think of dominant could be very different from the way she thinks of dominant, or the way that she thinks of submissive could be very different from how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like, yes, it's obviously like, you know, talking about dominance. I see what you mean. Like, they want, if I wanted a guy who was dominant, I would want him to take the lead. Yes. But like, for your thing, if you're saying like, I want a submissive woman who will do whatever I want, that's fine, as long as you're willing to understand that, you know, a girl that you're talking to isn't like a girl that you're talking to, let's say, like, she doesn't realize that that's what you want until she's already in it. You have to understand that girls aren't gonna, like, that's not their preference, you know?
Sure.
So as long as you understand that, there's not a problem with that. It's preference at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I'll often meet women where they're at, but like, ideally, my preference is for women who are more submissive and who let me take the lead, who let me lead. As far as BDSM goes, I mean, not so much into S&M, but the other two are cool. Okay, so
anyways,
let's see. You know what? On the topic of submission, Eric, can we pull up a video? This might stir a little controversy. We're gonna react to an Andrew Tate clip.
Oh my God.
Andrew Tate's too submissive.
And also, too, I worry if I am too submissive, will he not respect me?
Nah,
Do you
no.
lose respect?
Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that stupid shit.
That won't respect me
wow.
crap. That's not real.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, "You're so Andrew. You know what? You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent. And I know you'd get really bored of a robot." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Bitch, I wish to God you were a robot." You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about by Sagittarius rising. You idiot. I don't give a fuck. Give me a robot. All men want robots. That's all we want. Yeah. 4 wives, robots, inshallah. Put the burqa on.
Yep.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffees. Yeah. That's it. It's nice and easy. There's no such thing as too submissive. There's no such thing. I'm never going to look at a beautiful woman who does everything I say and go, you know what? You do too much of what I say. I want to go get some disagreeable bitch. Yeah.
Okay, reaction to that video. Actually, really quick before the reaction, I do see in the chat, former frat boy turned wholesome gym rat. We are going to get to super chats very shortly. Your reaction to that video.
All right, I'm not sure what to say, but being submissive is, like, what did she say? Like, will not make people disrespect you? Is that what she said?
What
at the very first? No. All right, just skip me first.
So, yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, there wasn't a lot said there, but you know, from what I'm gathering, she's worried that if I'm too submissive, my partner's not going to respect me. And he was like, don't ever worry about that. I think I agree. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what he was going off of about coffee and all that. Yeah. But, you know, I totally get it. I mean, you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't think you should ever worry about being too submissive. Like maybe that's how you show your affection for your person, by doing things for them or for cooking, cleaning, you know, whatever the stereotype is. Maybe that's just how you do it. So like I don't think you should worry about that if that's how you feel like you're showing them that.
Angelina.
He said like a whole lot of nothing. He was just kind of joking around. But what the girl said, like I like she says, you know, what if I'm too submissive and he doesn't respect me? That's like definitely, I think that's how, you know, you think of like abusive relationships, and you probably think that could be how some of them started. That's like definitely something to think about. You know, if you start off a relationship letting the other guy know, you know, I like dominance, I like when a guy is dominant, they can take that and 100% use that as like a manipulation tool. It's like guys can definitely take that as an opportunity to disrespect a woman.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Mike Davis's chat.
You're good.
Oh, did you want to continue?
No. That's it.
Okay.
I would want to say that actually my family has that problem. My mom is a little bit submissive, and she actually got disrespect. So I would say, yeah, I agree on that woman. And for me, like there was some guy like there's some guy that like complimented me as like wifey or something. I just don't like it. I don't like that.
That's just how people are here. People here are disrespectful all the time.
Wait, so hold on. Is calling a girl wifey's, I think that's a compliment.
But you can see it as I mean, it can be a compliment to some, and it can seem intrusive to others.
Yeah, and all the friend group agrees that.
But you didn't like that.
No.
But that's a good thing for a guy to say that about a woman.
Absolutely not.
For a woman to be considered wifey, that's basically
you're
of such high quality that you are marriage material.
No.
That's a compliment.
Okay, so there's like a difference in mannering. He basically just means that you're good to be a wife. Like
it basically means he can fuck around, but you are the wife. You can give birth to his babies, and that's what basically they means.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And like do all the housework. That's what they mean, in like mannering though.
I don't know if that's the way most men use. Are you talking in China, or was this in the U.S.?
Here, but with my Chinese friend group, yeah.
So was the person who said it to you Chinese?
Yes.
So he was saying it in that kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Not in, you didn't interpret. Okay.
I think in like common American parlance, I don't know. It's quite a compliment, I think, to say that to a girl.
Oh yeah, okay.
Here it is, but it means something different. But regarding the way he said it to you, I understand how that.
Yeah, I kind of get that. I get that.
Yeah.
You know, I think men and women are made to complement each other. One is more submissive in nature, and one is like their role is to lead, to be dominant. But the difference is that there is mutual respect between them. And I think what Tate was saying, I think he was being, you know, obviously he was exaggerating a lot, talking about how he wants a robot and wants 4 wives that are all robots. That is not true. I've actually seen videos of him talking about having a wife, saying that he wants someone that he can have intelligent conversations with. So obviously that was like a complete overstatement.
He's being a bit hyperbolic.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think it is okay for a woman to be submissive in the relationship and for the man to lead. I think that's how it's always been in heterosexual relationships.
Hensley, your reaction to the video?
I think it's a little ignorant, and like you said, like it's been said, he is exaggerating kind of thing, but that doesn't sound like just someone being submissive. That definitely sounds like it's not treating someone like a human. And like, yeah, if you don't want a human, there is someone out there who doesn't want to be treated human, but I think there's probably a lot of psychology and therapy that could also be done in that category as well. But that sounds a lot more like a slave and master kind of relationship than a submissive one.
Okay. Good times. Good times. You know what? Here's another one. We'll pull up one of Natasha's TikToks here. Can you pull up the makeup one, Eric?
This is probably not going to be relatable at all, but I am so immensely, ferociously, unexplainably anti-makeup. And yes, I'm wearing mascara, but that is all. I'm just saying makeup does more harm than good for you. Pay attention to what you're putting on your body.
Okay, so Natasha's very anti-makeup. I agree with her. I'm not a fan of makeup. Don't like makeup.
Okay, can I say something?
Sure.
Oh yeah. I think having no makeup is like just personal choice, but I prefer having makeup though. And it's
Sure.
like, do you prefer to have scrambled egg or fried egg in your breakfast? That's just like preference. Yes. So, but for me, I definitely would like to have scrambled egg.
Sure. I don't. Well, Natasha, do you want to add to anything you said in the video?
Basically, all my point was that makeup isn't good for women. I'm not saying that it's not good for you to do it. I'm not saying that if it brings you happiness, you should stop it. I'm just saying that the makeup industry is toxic, and it's causing women, to not trust that their natural beauty is enough. And it's also, I think, teaching women that they shouldn't be taking care. I don't know how to explain this. So makeup, I think most girls can agree that makeup causes skin issues, right? Like big time. It can cause acne. It can cause like a bunch of different stuff, right? And so I think that pushing makeup on girls is also teaching them not to take care of their skin, because they keep pushing like, oh, if you buy this, it'll fix it. But it's like, you look at the ingredients on it and it's like a bunch of garbage that you're putting on your face. So again, if you use makeup, you are gorgeous with it, and keep doing it if it makes you happy. But I don't believe it's good for you, and I think it should be minimized.
Anyone want to come in on the makeup thing?
I think you should do makeup if you like makeup. Like, I think saying like, it's not good for you. Yeah, like it can clog your pores, whatever. A lot of things can though. Sweat can make you break out. The oils that are on your face make you break out. Pollution makes you break out. And like, yeah, makeup can make you break out. Like it just depends on how your skin reacts to it. But also like skincare can make you break out. Like certain things that you put on your face can make you break out. Like, moisturizer can make you break out. So it's like, as long as, the girls who are doing it understand like, oh, I'm getting acne. Why am I getting acne? Oh, it's because the makeup I'm wearing. As long as they understand it, like, I don't know. I say like, do whatever you want. If it makes you happier wearing makeup, either like keep doing it, or, find something that does work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, then like, you can always figure something else out. Or if you really just don't like makeup, just don't wear makeup,
I mean, to bring the makeup thing into the dating context, I'd say most men would prefer women who don't wear makeup. I think most men prefer women with no makeup.
But you wouldn't want to change what you do based on guys' preferences, because then you're not getting someone who likes you for you, right?
Well, no, actually you are getting a guy who likes you
yes.
because
but
that's
like
how you actually look.
Yeah, but if I put on like a face of makeup for, a wedding or something like that,
Sure.
I don't want my boyfriend being like, no, you look so much prettier without it.
I
though.
think
like,
that's okay for occasions, but
yeah, it's nice, for them to be like, but you look so pretty without it. But at the same time, like, I want my man to like hype me up no matter what.
I think it's really important for women to not use makeup to hide problems, but to rather get to the root problem so that they can like use makeup less. I think the goal for all women should be to use makeup less so they can try and develop your natural beauty more. Everyone can glow, in not maybe in the same ways that makeup can make you glow, but isn't it better to be more natural? I mean, it's less money, it's better for your health, it's just a lot. I don't know, there's just a lot of good ways to
better for the environment also. Okay.
Yeah,
I think maybe you're saying that because you yourself is confident enough, like strong enough for your yourself. But some people are not. Like some people are not using makeup just to like hype themselves up. Like sometimes they don't feel confident enough without makeup on it. Like they hide their defectiveness, and I think that thing does what it should do. And it's not just breaking your skin down. The more important part of it is what it makes you look. And for the guys who prefer women do not like not wearing makeup, maybe they're just like beautiful women, not women without makeup.
Yeah, and I think the way the TikTok was portrayed, it was more of like a call to attention. Hey, look at me, I'm not wearing makeup. Like, it seemed a lot more bashful of people who wore makeup. Like, the way you just explained yourself right now, it seems like you're going back and being like, well, here are all these great little awesome points. Like, everyone's beautiful, of course, but that's not what was put online. What was put online is, you shouldn't wear makeup. Like, look at me, I'm not wearing makeup kind of thing. Oh, a little mascara. Like, that's the vibe I got from it.
A lot of what I put on my TikTok, if anyone ever checks it out, I'm just saying things to get attention, right? No, but no, but it's true. Like, I'm not taking back what I said, but the way that I said it, it's gonna,
invoke
gonna invoke an emotion
views
from people
and comments. And
yeah.
like, so I get that, yeah.
Or that's how you really are, but you're just being diplomatic right now?
I don't know. I don't think.
What?
I don't want to.
What do you really think? What I'm getting at is, what do you really think?
When I see a woman wearing makeup, I'm like, oh my God, she looks beautiful, right?
Sure.
Like, women are beautiful with and without makeup. I am an advocate for women's health, and I think the makeup industry is toxic, and I don't think it's good for women. Just as I don't think birth control is good for women. I don't know. It's just, I'm all about women being natural and doing that. So yeah, that's me.
I get that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I get what you mean by like the makeup community and the corporations and stuff. I get what you mean. They can definitely be toxic. Like, and I think we're discovering that more and more. Like, we have a lot of people talking about like what's in your shampoos, what's in the actual makeup you're putting on your face. I think that's coming more to light. But I do think saying like, oh, I think I'm like all for women being like their natural selves is a little bit like off-putting in a way. Not that, what your point isn't valid. It's just as off-putting because you're saying that and it means like, oh, I think girls naturally are perfect. Or girls naturally are better. That's kind of what it sounds like you're saying. And that's fine. That's like an opinion that a lot of people have. But it's just, I feel like, kind of
men
just the way that it goes about
women without makeup, no BBLs, no fake tits, no fake lips. We don't want any of that shit.
But makeup doesn't equate to BBLs and fake lips.
No, but I'm just going down the list of and
that's fine. But you don't always have to do stuff for men. You can do stuff for men. I
do you wear makeup for men?
Oh no, I go out every day without makeup.
So you never wear makeup for men?
No, I wear makeup every day, but I also don't wear I'll go to my classes without makeup, or I'll go to the gym without makeup. But then there's sometimes where I'll put makeup on for the weekends, and I'll put makeup on to go down and eat dinner. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you put in effort to look attractive to the opposite sex.
Not at all. Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's cap when women say, "Oh, I don't wear makeup for men."
If I'm going on a date, I'm going to put makeup on.
Right. I'm not saying it's exclusively the reason women wear makeup, but it's certainly a factor, I think. Yeah. You put on makeup to make yourself look more attractive.
Oh, it's a factor.
You want to make yourself, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to make yourself more attractive to the opposite sex.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that,
But I guess my thing is like, a lot of girls be capping saying, I wear makeup for myself, I don't wear it for men. But to some degree, you wear makeup for men on some level.
Wait,
you can for sure.
What about wear makeup for everyone?
Yeah.
Not for only for sexual.
Well, sure, I suppose you could want to be presentable to your friend group too, but
what?
To some degree, when you're wearing makeup, not in all circumstances, right? You might just be going out and the only people that are going to see you are women, sure. But you are, to some degree, when you wear makeup, it is for males to perceive you as more attractive.
Oh, by the way, I'm bisexual. So I'm for everyone.
You're bisexual. Have you ever been with a woman?
I want to, but no.
And you two are friends?
Yeah.
Just friends? Because you're curious too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't make it like that.
Okay. So wait, what was the question? Oh, so yeah, I mean, then you also could be wearing makeup to appear attractive to the same sex as well.
But like everyone just no, I mean, not. I don't wear makeup like to specifically to like being sexually attractive for myself and for everyone.
Why do you wear makeup?
I just said that. Why? To make myself
feel good.
Right.
Okay. Sure. Cool. Hensley? Oh, it looked like you were coming in on this. Okay. We're gonna
I think you forgot to ask her final thoughts.
Oh. Did
you did.
Oh.
You did forgot me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Terrible person. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I just want to wrap up real quick about your condom issue. Like, you just need to know that you still have the issue, like, you still have the chance to have a baby accidentally, and you're gonna be responsible for it, and it's the woman suffering, not you.
I mean, men suffer from unplanned pregnancy also. If she proceeds with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So men do have a vested interest in making sure women don't get pregnant also. In other words, I mean, 18 years of child support is one, for example. Being financially responsible is another. So, sorry, what is your question or?
No, I mean, you just need to remember that, and I'm still, like, with the condom team.
What about it?
Do you get what I mean?
That women, if you have sex without a condom, that women are at a risk of pregnancy. Yes, I agree with you.
Yes, and the hurt that maybe she decided to continue the pregnancy and have the baby, the hurt like to her body has been done is like not reversible, and you need to be responsible for that if you are a caring person. Like,
well, I mean,
it's a genuine good person.
Well, I mean, it's totally the woman's call if she wants to be on birth control, what her call is as far as using condoms. So it's her call. So I'm just trying to understand your question. I'm saying I have a preference. I would prefer to have sex without a condom is my thing.
All right, cool.
But so what is your question?
No, it's not a question. It's just expressing my opinion.
And your opinion is that
is wearing a condom is always better.
Always better.
Yeah.
Because of the pregnancy risk.
And disease, sexual disease.
Okay. Yes. No, that's a very fair point. That if you have sex without a condom, there's a greater STD risk, a greater risk of pregnancy. I would say if she's on birth control, that honestly, like, it depends on the birth control, but the chances of her getting pregnant are so insignificantly low if she's on birth control. And then there's other stuff like what Natasha was saying with the is there a term for it, like the calendar, like the day planning, where it's like some days
ovulation.
It's
there's like
tracking.
a term for it. Yeah, just tracking. So there's that. There's the pull-out method, which is, there's that.
That's why I stick to anal sex.
Okay. But just really quick on the topic of birth control, this Sunday, I'm actually going to be interviewing someone on a male birth control. I don't want to reveal who it is yet, but he's the CEO of a company that is developing male birth control, and I'm very excited for that this Sunday afternoon. I don't quite have an exact time yet. Yeah, by the way, I am in favor of development of male birth control. So I'm not so much a fan of the hormonal ones because there's been some reports that there's some issue there, but maybe they can develop a hormonal one that doesn't have terrible side effects. And then there's non-hormonal ones such as vasal gel. But we don't have to get into that, but I'm absolutely in favor. It's unfortunate that men actually don't have any besides condom and vasectomy, and vasectomies, that's not a guarantee that it's reversible. So men really don't have any options when it comes to birth control, sadly. And I think it'd be a great thing to empower men by giving them birth control. Do you want to come in on this or?
No.
Okay, you can. I know you got some stuff to say. Come on. You got it.
If you are not planning on having more child, maybe, and you prefer have sex without condom, then you can just have men's birth control. Like, there is a way. There's a little surgery you can do.
Yeah, vasectomy.
Yeah.
But I mean, but you're saying if you don't want to have children.
Yeah.
Right, because vasectomy, while it can be reversible, you have to go into it thinking, I'm going to be sterilized. There's a chance I'll just never have kids. So that's really not an option for most men. Would love a birth control option that they could have children at some point in the future. I'm sure there's a lot of 18-year-old guys that don't want to knock up a chick, but maybe, as they approach their late 20s, early 30s, they want to have children. So unfortunately, vasectomy is really not an option, a great option for most men, but I'm definitely in favor of the fact of the matter is that Big Pharma does not want to fund male birth control because it's much more profitable to just give women a pill every day. They can just, keep getting that money from the pill versus vasal gel, which is being developed for men, is a one-time thing and it lasts 10 years. So the pharmaceutical industry is not incentivized to develop male birth control, unfortunately, but I think it would be great if there were birth control options for men. Yeah. Okay, super chats. Guys, get your last minute super chats in, and then we're going to wrap up. Okay, let's see here. Canuck with the $10 super chat. Brian never discloses his body count because one of Rollo Tomasi's iron rules. By the way, I just actually I've been emailing Rollo back and forth for a bit now, and we are most likely going to get him for a one-on-one interview, and then I'll also have him on as a panelist for a dating talk. But yes, Rollo Tomasi, check out his book, The Rational Male. Salad City Rebel Brandon, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm with Brian. Going down is much more intimate. Master the circular stimulation down there and achieve God status in her eyes. Word. Wait, what's the circular stimulation? Is that a tongue thing or a hand thing?
Probably both. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you, Brandon, for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated, man. Let's get you back on soon.
That was my phone.
No worries. Don't even trip.
Guys.
Thank you for the $10 super chat. Canuck 1, could you please bring on my friend Nick Fuentes? He's a self-proclaimed asexual incel.
You should
I think
have an
he'll be a
incel.
great addition to the panel. Yeah, I think you're kind of memeing. You might be trolling a bit, but my understanding is Nick Fuentes. I've heard his name in passing, so I'm not really. I think he's a really controversial guy, but I don't know any of his positions. But is he kind of like a super far right nationalist guy, or not a nationalist? I don't know. Anyways, but I do know. I think he's super far right. So I mean, I don't know. Thank you, Jamos, for the $2 super chat. Minnesota girl. Who's Minnesota girl? I'm not sure. Okay, Canuck, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. You're a fucking legend. Much appreciated. Canuck with the $10 super chat. Chase is a groiper. If you know, you know. Hashtag America first. Okay. Former frat boy turned wholesome gym rat. $10 super chat. Natasha should make her own podcast. She's so mature, earnest, intelligent, and charming. Also, Brian, would you consider Chase or Natasha as a co-host? Their enthusiasm would complement your stoicism. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would like to get a co-host on. As you guys could tell, sorry guys, I was a little, my energy levels were very low today. So I wasn't quite as on top as I normally am sometimes. I mean, yeah. So I'd love to have a co-host come on. Chase is great. Natasha's great. Chase has his own business. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I think he will come back on from time to time, but yeah. And I mean, as far as Natasha goes, Natasha, would you like to come back on?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Mike Davis with the $10 soup chat. Yo, what is this Hensley wearing? Get that fit check going ASAP.
It actually costs $20 the second time, but we do take gratuity.
No, I think the fit check was $69.
Oh,
Mike,
actually, that's right. A discount day, though.
Oh, so you're offering it for 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Mike.
Mike Davis, you have like 2 or 3 minutes to get in a, what did you say, 20? 20?
Yeah, 20 on top of your 10.
Okay, Mike Davis, if you want a fit check from Hensley. Okay, Mike Davis, Brian, this pack of females deserves an award for making my mind go entirely blank for the first time. Get some of them twerking, maybe that will salvage it. Mike Davis, if you want some twerking, that's a $69 super chat, my friend.
Oh, more than that.
So let's see, did we get any other super chats? No, that's it on super chats. Okay, wow, we went pretty long, guys. As always, I need to try to wrap these up much sooner, guys. But hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Here, let me close this out. Get it in, Mike Davis, if you want that. You want that fit check. But yeah, guys, did everyone get the chance to give their final thought? Okay. Cool. I want to see Brian twerk. You don't want to see that. All right, guys. So I have an interview Sunday afternoon, I believe around 3, maybe 4 p.m. With the CEO of a male birth control company. That's going to be very interesting. We'll be back with the dating talk show next week, Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I want to thank the panel for coming. You guys were great, much appreciated. Very interesting panel, very unique. And yeah, but thank you so much to the panel. Thanks for watching. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night, guys.